give or
Hold on.
take.
So you
And
so
he's
you mean to
perfectly
tell me?
loyal.
Hold on. You mean to tell me that you're pansexual? A man didn't commit to you. A woman didn't commit to you. A transsexual did not commit to you. So
Commit. You're talking like I want that. That is something I.
Right here, right now, It's the right time, It's the right sound. Right now, right now, right now. Tell the whole pipe down, pipe down, pipe down, pipe down, pipe down. Tell that nigga pipe down, pipe down, pipe down, pipe down, pipe down.
let's go. Oh. Last night was mad real. Y'all remember? Last time was absolutely insane. Let's have another good show tonight. Let's have another good show tonight. My guy, Matthew, in the building. He says, turn up! Yes, sir. Let's turn up. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Live on TikTok. Live on YouTube as well. He says, I mute the haters. They got hot. Yeah. Yeah, man. The haters go crazy. They were going crazy last time. I mean, I re-uploaded the stream on YouTube. It is on my live tab. It's actually dropping again as a premiere tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in if you want to check out the last live stream. But today we're talking about Corey Hardick and Tia Mowry. I know this has been a hot topic. So let's get into it. I mean, Tia Mowry completely wrecked her home. And now we're looking at the fallout. And her explanation, in my opinion, was not good enough. She said everything in the marriage went fine. It was great. She just graduated. Imagine that. Breaking up your home and then calling it a graduation. See, this is what guys like me are talking about, man. This is what we're talking about. It doesn't make sense to break up your home after all this time. Okay? So, because a lot of people want to say, oh, well, you don't know this, you don't know that. Look, I'm going by what she said. I'm going by what she said. All right? I'm going by what she said. Yep, Tia is a fraud. Somebody said 44 ain't old. You bugged. You're bugging. So we got somebody joining the stream.
What's up, brother?
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
What's your take on the topic tonight?
Let's see. Tia, I don't know. She will never get committed. Dude, I don't know. I don't know what the hell this is. I will say that.
So what's your take on the topic?
Let's see. Hold on. Let me give me a second. I mean, like
I'll go down the list for you. Okay, first one, Tia Mowry left a good man in Corey Hardick. Okay, the second one, she will never get commitment from another high value man because she's old. Okay, the third one, Corey deserves to date a woman between the ages of 18 and 25. What say you?
Actually, honestly, I can't. Like, honestly, I have no clue who these people are.
All right. Let's get him the fuck out of here.
Where did you come up with these topics? Like, what? Where did you come up with these topics? Like,
okay, so it's obvious that you have a disagreement, ma'am. What's your disagreement?
First of all, I don't really consider her as being old. She looks
So
young. I don't care about her age,
hold on, she looks
and
young.
yes, she does.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she do.
Okay.
She's very beautiful, and this is
I mean,
crazy.
I didn't say she wasn't beautiful for her age, but I'm just saying she definitely doesn't look young. Okay, she doesn't have the same amount of beauty that she did when she was younger.
Why is this a
That's just a
topic
fact.
though? Like what's the purpose of it? Like, I don't get it.
Well, the
This
purpose is to highlight that she wrecked her home. That's the purpose. The
But we
purpose is
kind
to
of really on
highlight.
the outside looking in. You don't know what that lady went through her marriage.
No, we do. We do know what she went through.
Okay,
because
what
she
she went
told
through.
us. She said everything was good. She divorced him because she graduated from the marriage. Okay?
Okay.
That's pretty much it. That was her explanation.
She graduated from the marriage.
She graduated from the marriage, like high school or something.
So that's I didn't see the explanation anywhere, but
I mean, it's all over online, man.
I didn't see it though. So the explanation that she gave, right? I think it's important to highlight that she's only required to give us the information that she wants to give us. And I don't think she needs to go on a bashing fest about her man despite whatever she could be going through, because I myself had been in a very, very, very toxic situation before. It was domestic violence, and I didn't tell anybody. I actually kept saying, he's a good man and all this stuff. One, to save myself. Two,
He ain't put
to
hands
save
on her,
him.
though.
Okay, well, we don't know that, right? Two, hold on. And I'm not saying that's a
Nah. But
I'm not
y'all
saying
are
that's
trying to just make. Hold on. But y'all are trying to just make it seem like every time a woman divorced her husband, it was some abuse or something like that.
No,
Man,
that's
that
not
is
what I'm
not
trying
the
to say.
case.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. If I wanted to say that, I would say that very clearly and concisely. That's not what I said. What I'm saying is that she has no requirement to tell us the exact reasons why she chose to left that situation. And we cannot assume that he's a
But
good
she
man.
did tell us. But she did tell us.
What I'm saying
That's
is
the
that
thing.
no, what she told us is what she chose to tell us. She didn't tell us her entire relationship.
She told us what she wanted us to know.
And we need to not do that, because like I said, I myself, and I'm speaking from personal experience, I myself, instead of bashing my ex, I chose to tell a very clear and blanket statement to protect myself, but to also to protect him. So if she's choosing to protect his image, protect the father of her children, protect somebody that she once loved by giving us a very blanket statement as to why she left, she has the right to do that. And we cannot take that and now come up with our own hypotheses as to why she left the situation just because it fits a narrative that somehow
No.
she's not.
But
no.
yes. But what we can do, hold on. What we can do is take what she told us, and take what she told us. And she told us that he was a good man. He did not abuse her.
Well, she didn't say
he
that.
He did not financially abuse her. He did not physically abuse her.
You're making up facts.
Ma'am, yes, he did. They asked if there was abuse, and she said no. Here's a direct quote. She says, "I feel like women, as women, we tend to focus on everybody else's happiness, making sure that everybody else is okay, meaning our children, our friends, our family. But at the end of the day, it's about self-love." Now, when you have children...
I heard the word abuse at all in what you read.
I wasn't referencing the abuse part right there, but I do have the quote. So my point is, when you have children, it's no longer about self-love. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree, because I don't think if you're not the healthiest version of yourself, you definitely can't be a healthy parent.
Well, no, of course, but you have to put the needs of your children over yourself.
Of course, but that doesn't mean you can't have self-care. We can chew gum and walk at the same time.
Nobody said that you can't have self-care, but my point is she's talking about her own happiness when she should be focused on the happiness of her children and her family.
And so how do you not know that her leaving that situation that potentially was toxic was not the best thing for her children? How do you know that?
So are you saying that people cannot fall out of love?
Because
maybe
Corey,
she fell out of love.
And that's where the duty of marriage comes in. Ma'am, you got too much going on in the background.
Well, I believe that everyone should put their happiness first. Maybe she fell out of love and she wasn't happy no more, and she didn't want to stay with something where she was not happy. So maybe she chose her happiness over the marriage, and I don't blame her.
And I don't know, but I come from a two-parent household where both of my parents did prioritize their self-care and mental well-being and emotional well-being, and that
And
was
they
a
stayed
very
together or no?
yeah, they stayed together because they were both healthy and happy and taking care of themselves. But if she's not doing that and he's not doing that, and that situation is not that's the situation that I just referred to from my parents, then I think that the best thing to do is to leave a situation that puts you in a position where you cannot show up as the best parent for your children and also the best person for yourself. So she cannot be a good parent if she's not mentally, emotionally, and physically well. So we can't like minimize that and make it seem like her well-being should not be a priority, or is it not a factor very important to her being a phenomenal mother. So I think we need to like stop minimizing mothers' needs to focus on themselves as well. That's not okay.
Yeah, no, I just don't think it's okay to break up your family, especially when this man, he's done everything to make her happy. Although we all know that women's appetite for attention and validation is insatiable. That's why you have Tia Mowry over here trying to dress sexy for the gram, like thinking that she's getting back outside. And look, man, nobody's finna take you seriously. Come on, nobody. No
Okay,
man
you
of
might
value.
not take her serious, but somebody else might. You never know who up in her DMs. You know, like you don't know that.
Yeah,
You
but
really
if they're
don't.
up in her DMs, they're trying to smash. They're not trying to take her seriously.
You don't know that though.
No, we do know that.
And you said she would never find another high value man. That was the thing that you said, right? Another high value man.
Mm-hmm.
When she
was
met
never
Corey,
high
he was not
value.
a high value man.
Hold on.
Never high
Don't
value.
do Corey like that. He is an actor.
He was
He's
not
a
a high
B-list
value
actor.
man when she met him, though.
Yeah.
He's a B-list actor.
So he
picked
picked him up
She
from the
has-
bus stop.
Hold on.
How is
Hold
he
on.
not high value?
He was not a high
Right.
value man when she met him. Let's
Hold
not
on.
do
So
that.
hold on. Corey is absolutely a Malcolm, and I'm gonna tell you why. And it doesn't matter if he was high value when she met him. He was high value when she left him. Okay.
So she made him. Then is that what you're saying? That
No,
she
she
made him?
didn't. No, she didn't make him. He made
Oh.
himself.
Okay.
He made himself, and they built together. What? Like, should we say, oh well, he made her? Like, no.
No, because there's no facts for that.
I mean, there's no facts for her making him.
He's not a high value.
Either way, he got an opportunity to get in Hollywood, and he did that. He starred in multiple movies and shows, and he's doing work. He's working. Y'all just acting like he's just some stay-at-home dad or something. Like, no.
I'm not talking about who he is now. I said when she met him 20 years ago. Because I know that you guys...
He's been acting, though. He's been acting.
But he wasn't successful at acting until he got with her. And she was already successful at acting.
How do you
She was...
I mean, didn't they say that he met him he was at a bus stop and she was already Tia Mowry on, like, he was not working that.
And she chose him, though. She chose him.
Yes, as she should. I don't see nothing wrong with you choosing a man that you love. But I'm just saying.
Okay, then. So don't fault the man.
What makes him not high value? Because he's not what? Because he's not a Will Smith?
No, I just want to know what the definition.
She didn't meet him when he was never high value. When she first met him, he was not high value.
What? No, he wasn't. Nobody said that he was, but he is now.
High value. If he's working and doing what he loves, you're just saying because he.
Well, everybody have different definitions of high value.
No. Hold on. That's where I gotta stop. That's where I gotta stop you right there, man. There's one definition of high value. I've defined it in multiple streams. High value man is an umbrella term, okay? And there's 3 things that identify a high value man. And then there are 3 tiers of a high value man. So let me break it down for you, okay? And high value man is an umbrella term. The first thing that you need identified to make sure, or to identify a high value man, is that he has to make 6 figures, okay? There is a money or financial barrier of entry into being a high value man. Corey Hardick is worth $1.5 million. So he is considered, he has checked off that bracket. Second, you have to have a peer group of other high value men, okay? A network of other high value men. The third criteria is that these high value men have to respect you, okay? You have to have the respect and admiration of your peers, of your your network. So that is the umbrella term of a high value man. Now, when we break that down, there are 3 tiers of a high value man. And these tiers of high value men, break down the level of attractiveness the man is at. So we use the acronym Malcolm, okay? Malcolm, all right? And the first tier of a Malcolm, which is a high value man, is a massively attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man, okay? The second tier of Malcolms is a mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. The third tier of Malcolms is a medium ugly, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. So I would say that Corey Hardick is definitely a high value man, and he falls under the category of
Now
a
he
second
is.
tier.
When she met him, he
Yeah,
was.
but that's not the statement
Okay,
that we
but he
made,
falls
though.
Yeah,
exactly.
I have a question, right? Like,
But
why do
Hold
you
on, but let me
care?
finish. He
like a
falls
demon.
under the category of a second tier Malcolm, which is a mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man.
Oh, okay, but like, so at any given point, if somebody loses feelings, they can break up, right?
No, not in a marriage.
Not in no marriage.
I mean, if
no
you fall out of
boyfriend,
love,
girlfriend.
why
my
should you stay
statement
married to
was that
somebody
he
you're
was
not in
not a
love with?
high value man when he met her, and you just proved my point by just number one on your list.
No,
So
I agreed with you. I agreed
Oh,
with
okay,
you
okay,
that he wasn't a
okay,
high value man.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
But like,
Was
so
she a high value woman? What's a high value woman when she met him?
God.
We don't know what her net worth was when she met him.
Well, nah, she was on plenty of TV shows, movies, and all. So
Yeah,
she was really up there.
no, I mean she
Not
had star power, but that doesn't mean that she was just making all that money and stuff. And she was a minor, so she really didn't have full access to her money or control of her money when she was
right,
doing sister.
not even a
but it's
man.
a celebrity marriage, so either way, you're not going to know every
Yep.
reason as to why they got divorced in the first
Exactly.
place.
Yeah.
No, this is what y'all not
We
understanding.
just
She
going
literally
off of
went
what
on
we
an
do
interview
know.
But
world tour and told us why they got divorced.
No,
She literally went on a world
Orlando
tour.
Brown said
What
he's not
did
a
she
crackhead,
say?
and Orlando
that
Brown is a full blown crackhead. So we're not
saying
gonna
a couple
Bruh, you're
like sentences isn't going to sum
you're
up an
bringing in
entire
a drug
like
addict. You're
I'm just
bringing
reason
in
for
saying
getting
people are gonna
divorced.
say whatever they need to say when they're
no,
celebrities to protect the
no,
image. And if she's a
no,
good woman, she would protect her husband's image,
Let's
even if they're
no.
not together anymore.
let's take for Nia
You can't
Long in her
compare.
But we're
situation. I
trying
guarantee
to
you,
like
if
place
nobody would have found out
assumptions
that her
on it.
husband was cheating in a little basketball thing or whatever, she would never got a divorce. But since it was so public, she
The
felt
only
like
reason
she
she
was
got divorced is because
convinced.
it was public.
Yeah, pretty much.
If it would have been behind the scenes in the Celtics organization, which she even said that the Celtics organization ruined her marriage. She didn't even say Ime Udoka ruined her marriage because let's keep it about Nia Long knows the game. She's been in the industry long enough. She's dated industry men. She knows that sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health, and high value men are going to exercise options.
So why is
she
it okay
already,
for her? I mean, do you feel like it was okay for her to get a divorce rather than Tia getting a divorce?
I think
What's
she
the
should have stuck
difference?
it out. I think she should have stuck it out.
You're saying Corey
If
cheated
somebody
on
cannot
her?
be faithful to you, you don't owe them to.
You don't have
owe it to
to.
be faithful back to them.
You
No,
don't
if
have
somebody
to,
is not
but that's
faithful to you do
that's
not
what
owe
you
it to them
no.
to be
No,
faithful
you
back.
literally, if you're married to someone, you literally owe it to them. Like, that's your
Yeah,
vow. That's
and
your word,
here's the thing.
right?
Here's the
No,
thing.
wait.
Here's the
Did you
thing.
say that? Just
But
for
they weren't
clarification
faithful
purposes,
first.
did you say that Nia Long should have stayed with the man who cheated on her? Is that what you said?
Yes, she should have.
So her mental health and her
No.
emotional well-being does not matter.
No, you can't
She
cheat on
should have.
somebody.
I know one thing. I'm not finna
Nah, she should have
sacrifice my
ate that.
happiness
She
for
should have
nobody.
ate that. She should have ate that. She should have ate
Now,
that.
that's crazy. That wasn't even her husband, Nia Long, right?
I mean, she wanted him to be her husband.
So
So
if
why
she
would she
cheated on
take
him,
it?
should he have stayed with her?
No, he should not have.
Why?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because it's not the same. It's not the
What do you
same
mean?
as a
You're so
man and a
biased.
woman.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Not even biased.
What do I mean that it's not the same?
Mm-hmm.
So, like I already described, that sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health.
Yeah, it's
and high
essential to a
value
woman's
men.
health too.
That's
No,
It's actually biologically
access,
shown that if
sexual access.
you have sex, it
just making
reduces
stuff up.
your risk for a heart attack.
No, I'm not making things up. We've already talked
Literally
about.
making
We've,
things
no,
So him
no,
cheating on her.
This is
I don't know,
biological
women's
fact.
Hold
men,
on.
you don't see much
This is
action,
a
but women are
biological
just
fact.
as horny as men. So I
How?
don't know where you're getting your facts from.
It
So
doesn't
hold
matter.
on.
It
So
doesn't
him
matter
cheating
if
on
women
her.
are just as horny as men. What matters is that she's exclusively dealing with that one man. See, most
But they're
women want
supposed
to
to be
deal with
exclusive
the
together.
best
That's
man.
the
Hold
whole
on,
thing of
excuse
a
me, ma'am.
marriage.
Excuse
You're
me, ma'am.
supposed to
Welcome on
be
to Sausage
exclusive
Biscuit.
to
When I
each
say
other.
this, you got to be quiet. Most women want the best man that they can get. They want the best man that they can get. and they want to deal with him dolo. Okay, that's most women. All right. So, but when we talk about men, most men want as many women as they can get. That's where the sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health comes from. Now, most men cannot exercise those options. The men who can exercise those options are high value men. That's why we say high value men exercise options. Now, she got with Ime Udoka, and she knew that he, for one, he just won a championship. For two, he is a high value man. For three, sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health. And she knows that by dealing with other men in the industry. So,
but you said that one's happiness and one's...
Hold on.
But I've only ever seen men defining high value men. You won't listen to the women who are telling you what women want. But
we know what
women
other
men
want.
that define high value.
The women say what they want all the time.
But you just said that the children's best interest is what comes first over your own self-care and your own mental health well-being. When I told you that Tia was leaving for her mental health, now you're saying that him cheating, despite what was best for his children and his relationship with Nia Long, that his mental health should have come first because he needed to have sex? What are we talking about right here?
It didn't. The only reason.
So what about?
I think he's doing it so
And I don't know if you know this, but infidelity causes insecurity and other issues within a relationship, right? It causes self-esteem issues, and it really.
All right. So this is what y'all aren't listening to. Okay. I've already explained it multiple times. Let me explain it again. Nia Long, for one, the only reason why she was so upset is because the Celtics organization put that information out there. And she wanted them to come to her dolo and not make it public. Why? Because she wanted the option to choose to stay with her man. See, the reality is most women, if you really chalk it down or chalk it up, they really don't care if the man exercises that sexual variety. What they care about is, hold on, let me finish. What they care about is the embarrassment from the public. Okay? So when we talk about high value men exercise option, these women already know when they deal with these high value men that these guys are going to exercise options. They know that coming off rip, especially a woman like Nia Long who was in the industry. Okay?
So if you're saying that there's nothing wrong with it, then why would it be embarrassing?
Well, it's embarrassing to the woman.
Exactly. Like
I didn't say there's nothing wrong with it. I said sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health, and high value men exercise options. So her going into the relationship, she already knew what it was. And like I said, when she came out and spoke about the matter of Ime Udoka cheating on her, she said that she didn't even get a chance to save her relationship, which she was most likely going to do.
That's not what she said.
No, that is what she said. Because the Celtics organization went to the public, they didn't even give her a chance to save her own relationship. That's exactly what she said.
Because she was publicly humiliated.
So it coming out public was embarrassing, and that you're saying that that's why a woman wouldn't want it to come out publicly because she would try to save the relationship. No, correct?
I'm saying that's why Nia Long did not stay with Ime Udoka, because so would it be possible publicly.
Would it be possible that Tia doesn't want to tell us what really happened in her marriage out of fear of being embarrassed, and so now we're coming up with our own facts?
If she didn't want to tell us, then she wouldn't have went on a world tour and interviewed with everybody speaking about her relationship.
I didn't see not one world tour.
She went on multiple platforms. Eunice, okay. Well, I got multiple articles, multiple platforms where she went on speaking about her marriage. If she didn't want people to know what went on in her marriage, she would have said, you know what? I don't want to talk about my marriage. I want to talk about me right now. And that's not what she did. She specifically said that there wasn't anything wrong. There wasn't any abuse going on. She broke up her home because she felt like she graduated from her marriage.
I don't see any of the stuff that you're saying. All I know is that we cannot speculate, that we cannot come up with our own facts for people's lives, and we just have to take it for what they choose to share with us. And that's my perspective on it.
I also hope you know that tabloids like to switch people's words around no matter who they are. It happens all the time.
There's video of her speaking on this. Well, what are you talking about?
And I think she's a very good woman for not. She's a very good woman for not bashing her husband.
I have a video right now.
Okay, I
with
think she's a
her
good
with
woman for not bashing her
Christina
husband.
Gilbriano or something like that. What's her name?
That's
Christina. What's this white lady's name? Garibaldi. She's literally speaking about her marriage.
Well,
I'm
I
watching that
think
video
that
right now.
I'm glad that she didn't bash her husband on their exit, and she was respectful enough to make sure that his image in the public eye was a way for him to continue to make money as a man, continue to not embarrass her children or have her children look at their dad in some horrible light. I think she exited the marriage very gracefully, and what really happened is up to our speculation. But I'm not gonna run with the most negative speculation instead of running with a more positive one, and that's just my viewpoint.
Okay, so I mean that still doesn't defeat the fact that she left a good man.
Right, but she doesn't have to stay with somebody that she doesn't want to. Like, it's
nobody
not...
said. Hold on. When you get married though, what do you say in the vows?
Okay, but if somebody else breaks those vows, you don't have to stay with them.
He didn't break the vows, though,
like,
or otherwise she would have said he broke the vows.
That's breaking a vow.
No, he didn't cheat. Corey did not cheat on her, bro. Why are y'all trying to make it seem like he cheated? If anything, her behind cheated on him.
And
so
I'm gonna go down.
I'm gonna drop my people
I'm
then,
like, so somebody else can come up. But I just
you were talking about somebody that cheated, and
yeah, that was a whole different situation. We were talking about Nia Long and Ime Udoka. Now we're talking about Corey Hardick and Tia Mowry. He did not cheat on her.
I'm going to drop myself down so somebody else could come up, but I just want to say one last thing before I go. I think it's very, very, very problematic to push the mental health of men using sex as the whatever, to say that their mental health is super important, while simultaneously saying that a woman's mental health is not important from the damage
Who
that
said a woman's mental health is not important?
Well, when I brought it up as the reason why Tia potentially could have left for her own mental health and emotional well-being, you said that what's most important is the best interest of the child, but then simultaneously said that man cheating on Nia Long was for his mental health, and that was not the best decision for his children, now that they're broken up and she's on the East Coast and he's on the West Coast. So let's not push one's mental health over the other as if we're both equally not important and our mental and emotional well-being is not both important. That's all.
Well, yeah, what I said was Nia Long should have stayed with him. That's what I said.
No, you broke it down, bro. But just like she said you did. I literally been sitting here watching.
No, what did I say? I don't. We got the playback right here.
She just did. You'll be able to watch.
No, but she was wrong though. She was wrong though.
Okay, but you can watch yourself later. I don't need to.
No, I literally have the playback right here.
Everybody is. Do y'all base y'all lives around these famous people and the quote unquote high value quote unquote good men?
What do you mean base your life off of?
Because your stream is about this right now.
Yeah, this is an example. This is an example of what a lot of modern women are doing today, which is wrecking their homes, and wrecking their marriages when they have relationships with good men.
So do you know every single aspect of their divorce and their separation?
I know Corey is a good man.
Have you ever met him? Do you know him personally?
No, I don't know him personally.
Exactly.
But
so
from what she told us,
no,
I know what she said. Y'all, I'm literally quoting her. She said he was a good man.
Said, but that don't mean it.
No, they told us exactly what they did. What are you talking about? They literally told us on the red. Did you watch the red?
Is bisexual. Like, come on.
Who said they don't believe? He literally, his first major role was in Brokeback Mountain. What are you talking about? We don't believe that Will Smith is bisexual. No, who don't believe he's not bisexual? A lot of men don't. That's cap, man. Most men know that Will Smith has been on some stuff. Like, I don't know what type of men you talking about.
But my point is, you are making a lot of assumptions when you don't know the entirety of the situation. You're just seeing bits and pieces, right? Because when you're not their divorce attorney, you aren't them. You don't know everything that's going on. And of course, not every single thing about their divorce is going to be made public, right? And her not wanting to defame her ex-husband, there's nothing wrong with that. People get divorced all the time in Hollywood, and they know that they might see each other in other works and stuff, so they want to keep it peaceful. There's nothing wrong with that. Just
No,
because you don't want to stay married to somebody does not mean that you have to. You should never feel stuck
but
in a relationship.
that's fine and all, but the thing is, once you turn it into a marriage, it's no longer a relationship. It's a
That
marriage. It's a
it's a type
lifelong
of relationship.
commitment. It's a lifelong commitment. It's a vow. It's an oath. You take an oath to the other person. But the thing is, women are not expected to honor their word. That's why they don't say, I'm a woman of my word. They say, I'm a man of my word, because women don't honor their word. And that's what we're talking about on this stream. That's the whole purpose of this stream.
But
to break down
you
how
just said
women
that
are
if,
wrecking
if
their
a
homes
man
with good
cheats,
men.
which is breaking a vow of their marriage, right? To love them and only them, right? Because when you get married, you are making an oath to the other person of commitment, right? Because marriage is a big commitment. You're saying that if a man breaks that oath, that a woman should still stay with him.
Well, like I said, it depends on the negotiating the terms of the relationship. So like I said earlier,
So how do you know their terms if they've never made that public?
So listen up. For one, if you're talking about the Ime Udoka situation, I broke it down earlier. I said sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health. High value men exercise options. Therefore, when Nia Long got with Ime Udoka, she knew he was a high value man. He probably was exercising options throughout the relationship. I guarantee the woman that he got caught up with was not the first woman that he was exercising options with. But the reason why she left the relationship is because the Celtics organization made it a scandal and they made the thing public. That is what drew her to ending the relationship. And they weren't even married, though.
If there was truly nothing wrong with him going out and seeking other options, right, she would have stayed.
Well, we see in multiple situations in different relationships, like the Adam Levine situation, that she stayed, his wife stayed. Why? Because the terms of their relationship were negotiated. If Ime Udoka failed to negotiate the terms of his relationship, that's on him. But we know that there are multiple situations in Hollywood and even in just regular day-to-day life where the top earning, the highest value men obviously are going to exercise options. It's not about morality. It's an amoral thing.
Right, but those women of that same caliber have those same options. They had that accessible to them. So why are they expected to not act on those options? But men, it's perfectly okay for them to do that. In fact, encouraged to do that. But a woman must stay celibate.
I don't think that they're, well, she doesn't have to stay celibate. She can have intercourse with her man, but I don't think that, else. Yeah, I don't think that, I don't think that they're expected not to. I mean, we see how a lot of these modern women are moving, so I think it's kind of expected that they, as well, in this day and age, especially in 2023, exercise their options. I'm just telling you that is going to break down the relationship between that man and that woman. Women are more willing because women are more willing to share men than men are willing to share women. That's why.
But you've had multiple women come up on here trying to explain that that's not really the case.
Yeah, and because I mean, let's keep it about
heard that from maybe one or two women who have been in open relationships. But the majority of people I've heard that from have been men. So this is what I'm saying.
Hold on. Slow down, secret. The reason why those women are talking about, oh no, whatever. For one, I guarantee all of them have been cheated on by broke dudes. So that proves my point that sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health. The second point is that those women most likely have not been with high value men. Okay, so it's a different thing when you're dealing with like a regular dude or whatnot, and he steps out and he doesn't have that same leverage. But like I said, women are willing to sacrifice certain things, especially exclusivity with a high earning man. We see it every single day.
Okay, well, that's because there's a whole nother aspect, right? Most of the time, without the money, people are dating because of, love for the other person, right? Which is kind of the whole purpose of dating. And I don't really have any experience for, just wanting somebody for their money, but I'm pretty sure money doesn't excuse actions, right?
It's not about just wanting somebody for their money. It's about wanting the whole package. This is what you're not understanding, because these high value men are the most attractive in the bunch. That's why when you look at the Pew Research Center, they said that the majority of men are saying that they're single. Up to 64% of men are saying that they're single, but the majority of women are saying that they're in a relationship. Only so how do the numbers add up? Why? Because they're only dealing with a small percentage of men. And what are they doing? They're sharing those men with the majority of women. And a lot of women think that they're in a relationship when they're really not. They're in a situationship, friends with benefits, just getting papped out by the next guy.
Okay, but like that still doesn't really explain like why it's okay for, you know, a man to go sleep around, but a woman can only sleep with her man. Because I mean, really there's no biological difference as to why, you know, one would need sex more than the other, because sex actually benefits both parties, right? Not just from, you know, not just the man. So I really don't understand why a man can go sleep around. It hasn't, just because you said that women are okay with sharing men, which I haven't seen other women saying. I've only seen men saying, like I said before.
They may not say it, but they're doing it with their actions. How old are you, ma'am?
I'm 18.
And are you a virgin?
No.
Okay. And when you lost your virginity, when you were having intercourse, was it with a boyfriend?
I mean, it's irrelevant because I'm
No, it is relevant. No, it is relevant, ma'am.
I mean, yes, it was with a boyfriend. Not that it's any of your business, and I'm not really sure why you're asking.
Well, I mean, you're on my stream because I was illustrating the point.
Everybody, how you doing?
That what up? I was illustrating the point that a lot of women out here are already sharing the men, like we talked about in the last stream.
Yeah, well, the
women are
first
sleeping with
boyfriend
only
I had
20%
never
of men. They
cheated
find
on me,
80% of men unattractive. It's been proven. Y'all swipe left 80% of the time on dating apps. So that means you guys only find 20% of men attractive. So when you guys say all men are the same, yeah, because you're picking the same guy.
Well, those words never came out of my mouth, but
just saying in general. Not attacking you. Just saying in general.
I was gonna say number one is a bit irrelevant. Like, how do you even know he's a good man? You're not him.
We already talked about this. Y'all gonna stop going after Corey's character.
No,
Y'all know he's a good man. Y'all know he's a good man. Stop doing that like that.
I'm just saying we don't know him. We don't know him.
Like they don't
understand.
They don't know who he is, but they know who she is, which is ironic as hell.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I don't know either. I don't know either.
The entirety of the circumstances.
I don't know either.
So I don't know. It's not really fair to make assumptions.
Exactly.
Well, we're not making assumptions. We're going off of what Tia said. So you calling Tia a liar?
I said you don't know the entirety of it. You take one excerpt or one clip, and that doesn't automatically.
No, I watched the whole interview, ma'am. I broke down the whole interview on my YouTube.
Sorry, what?
I said when she just said he took one little clip and that was it. Not to be rude, but a lot of this generation, I'm in Gen Z, I can say this, y'all watch 15-second clips and then y'all determine opinions about people y'all don't even know.
Yeah, that's true.
Tate is one of those people.
That's true.
Marvin's one of those people. Jordan Peterson's one of those people. Cardi B is one of those people.
Wait. Tate is different because it's not a little clip. It's like multiple clips.
No, it is a little clip because here's the thing.
That's why.
No, because here's the thing. And I'll cash up you both right now.
Shit for views and clicks. Like.
No,
hold on.
99% of the content was for men to be better men. Just like how Brittany Reiner made content for y'all to be better women.
Y'all will listen to men about what women want, but you won't listen to
women.
He never said what women want.
Okay. Hold on. How many women do we have in the stream right now? 3. We gonna go down the line.
Wait, what you said?
I said how many women we got on the live. We got 3 women on the live. We gonna ask y'all what y'all want. Since y'all say we don't ask what y'all want, even though we already know what y'all want. Let's ask the women what they want, okay? For one, what is your standard when it comes to physicality? What does the man have to look like, okay? Can he be fat? Can he be skinny? Can he be short? Can he be tall? All right, that's the first question. The second question is, how much money does he need to make, okay? Can he be broke? Can he be homeless? Can he rent? Can he own? All right. The third question, and the third and final question is, okay, What type of personality? All right. Does he have how many traits does he have to have? Does he have to be funny? Does he have to be smart? Does he have to, be witty, quick on his feet? Does he have to be emotionally intelligent? So answer that for me. What does he have to look like? How much money does he have to make? And what type of personality?
So for me,
why you
the
did him
first
like
two
that,
don't matter.
man? Why you
I'm
did him like
engaged,
that?
right? I'm
Wait.
engaged. My fiance is the same height as me, right?
How tall are you, ma'am?
I'm 5'4.5".
Okay.
He's like maybe 2 inches taller than me, but that's irrelevant. Okay.
So
He works
how tall?
basically minimum
Hold
wage.
on,
Okay.
ma'am.
He makes
Ma'am, hold on. Slow
$13.95.
down, ma'am. We're not talking about your man. We're talking about your ideal man. What you really
he is my
want.
Exactly.
But he's
So
already
He is
her
my
But
man.
ideal man.
that's
I mean,
her
already
ideal
from. Why would
man.
I not have to
No.
describe? Why would I be
no.
engaged to him
Man,
if I
if she
was not
already
in
has
love
a
with him
man.
and he was not my ideal man? So that's why I'm saying the first two are irrelevant. The third one is the most important.
It isn't irrelevant, ma'am. It isn't irrelevant. What
Well,
does
then why would
he
you ask
have
me
to?
what I wanted?
What does he have to look like?
Ma'am, stop talking.
And what does he have to look like? How much money does he have to make? And then what type of personality? Can you just answer? What does he have to look like? Bare minimum.
I don't know what you want to hear from me. Like I already told you. Like I'm not gonna depict like this fake man when I already have.
No, I'm saying, what do you want? Okay, if you have your ideal man, describe the way that he looks.
Deflection.
Describe the way that he looks.
Okay, he has curly hair. He's got a big nose. He's got pink lips. I don't know what to tell you.
Rate him on a scale of 1 to 10.
10. No
so
hesitation.
He's a 10.
Yep, to me.
Deflection.
All right.
How is that deflection?
So how much money does he have to make?
Don't get triggered too easily.
It doesn't matter how much money he has to make. He makes $13.95.
I'm reading the comments. One of them said deflection.
Hold on, brother. So he can make $13.95 for the rest of his life, and you'll be content with that for the rest of your life.
Well, I mean, we're both
even
artists,
if you have
so
kids, even if you have kids and whatnot, you're good with that.
Yeah, we're not. Kids aren't in the picture for another 15, 20 years, so.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when inflation's only going up, ma'am. So the purchasing power of your dollar is only going down. So you said he make $13.95 right now, and if he's working 40 hours a week, then
slavery.
Then he's making $30,000 a year. Are you good with that for the rest of your life?
Hit him with the after taxes.
I mean, I can get a job too. Why does it matter?
Okay,
why
so
do you care
you're
what my fiance
hold
makes?
on. Because you literally
but
told us to
it's
ask
my
the women.
Situation. Like, why do you, like,
and you literally told us to ask the. Hold on, excuse me, ma'am. What come on a sausage biscuit? Excuse me, ma'am. You literally asked. You literally said, why don't we ask women what they want? I'm asking you what you want. Now I'm asking you. I'm telling you that your man only makes $29,016 a year, not including taxes. Are you fine with that for the rest of your life?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
And she's the exception to the rule. That's great.
Now
That's
talk
good.
about his personality.
Personality, the most important thing is empathy. Being able to empathize with someone else or animals or any, like, if I can see that you feel bad when you do something wrong, that is the most important thing to me.
Okay, and I forgot to ask: is he fat? Is he fat, skinny, buff? What is his physical build?
We're both a little chunky. I'm happy with that.
Okay, all right. Being of light, your turn. What is your ideal man? What does he have to look like? Meaning height, and I guess like on a scale of 1 to 10. Finances. Okay, how much money does he have to make annually? And third, personality.
I'll answer it, even though I believe my answer do not apply for all women. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, of course. There are exceptions.
Okay.
We understand that.
So I'm a 6-foot woman, 5'11", 6 foot around there. So I do want a dude who's taller than me.
Yeah.
My boo is taller.
How tall?
Like taller than me. Doesn't necessarily need to be like
6'2"
extremely
okay?
tall. Yeah,
6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, like my boo right now is 6'5", so I'm happy. I'm really happy.
And you're hold on. You say your man's 6'5" and he's 100% faithful to you?
Yeah. We've been together.
She's from a different culture too, man.
Didn't say that with much.
She's from a different culture for real. Like they don't make him like her no more. She ain't from here. You know that.
I mean,
You don't make him
Um,
like her no more.
I
Shoot.
mean, I don't know about all
I,
that now.
I mean, listen. Being tall is like amazing, but like there's some negatives too. There's some negatives too.
Hold on,
Uh,
what's your
Yeah,
minimum
however,
bare minimum?
hold on. However, I have dated shorter men, shorter kings, because everybody can get a piece. You know, you never know.
Yeah, I felt
So yeah.
that.
give some love to the
So
short kings. Yeah.
all right.
I'm dead.
Uh, Second of all, with finance. I'm somebody who makes money. I work in advertising. I make 60K, so I will hope for somebody else who have the same amount. Um, or at least to balance it off. Like if it's not the same amount, at least close to that. But it doesn't necessarily need to be a billionaire. And what was the third question?
Personality.
Well, personality wise, I this is on me because I grew up with a lot of machismo in the household. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So for me, I need somebody who's not overly masculine but not overly feminine, like in the
Yeah,
middle. Yeah,
yeah. You need a man, but you want him to be in touch with his emotions and still communicate and talk to you effectively the right way. That
exactly.
yeah,
Like
that makes perfect sense. Ain't nothing wrong with
I
that.
want somebody who I can be a partner with.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Does he
there's
have
nothing
to
wrong with that.
speak Espanol or does he have to be
Uh,
bilingual or no?
no. I mean, I speak three languages right now, so if I had to speak another language, it would be a headache.
Okay,
So,
so
Dang.
I just want you to know that what you just described was less than 15% of the population.
I mean, yeah, but like, what you want me to do? That's
Oh
just on
no,
my
that's fine.
taste.
That's
That's just my
fine.
taste.
No, that's fine. But my point is that, Shorty asked us, yo, why don't y'all ever ask what the women want? And then we asked what the women want. I mean, it's really rhetorical because we already know, because we always hear it. See, men, we always have to hear what women want, but women never have to hear what men want. And then when we do express what we want, it comes with sign language, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right.
But what was the thing that we both had in common in our answer? It was faithfulness.
Everybody wants that.
Did she say faithfulness? I didn't hear that part.
She said her man was faithful to her.
Yeah.
No, I
Oh,
asked.
Tay asked me. Yeah.
She said, yeah, she said her man was 6'5", and I asked her, "Is your man 100% faithful to you? Does your man make 60? Your man make 60,000?
Yeah. Recently he was.
What does he do?
He
Aren't
does
you the same
graphic.
one who? Aren't you the same one who
Yeah,
came on and said your man was unemployed?
he was, and now he finally got a job. So I'm happy. That's why I'm happy.
Okay.
But
So he hasn't had one year of actually making 60,000. His just estimated salary is 60,000. Is that
Well,
the case?
estimate is well, not really, because he sells a lot of sneakers. Like he is sneakerhead, so he will resell. Um, okay, give me a minute. Other than that, like he right now just got employed, so I'm happy about that. And let me
That's
go to
Okay.
good. Congratulations.
Yep. Shout out to the
yeah,
brother.
and I've been working for like a year, so
And the item, the situation you guys have. It is an exception to the rule, but it is how, there are some good women out there. I truly do believe there are some good ones. Even though here in
Of course.
Miami, not so much, but, I believe there's some good women out there. I've been engaged before. There's some good women out there.
Of course. So, what do you guys think of Tia's odds of being able to secure another high value man? What do you think? What's the over under on her being able to secure another high value man?
It's possible, but I do want to put this out there. I don't see why she wouldn't be able to, but I do want to,
I got a whole bunch of reasons why she wouldn't be able to. For one,
if her
ever
income
since
is a certain way, she might not be able to, because the more money a woman makes, 9 times out of 10, she wants someone who makes more money than her. 9 times out of 10. So,
yeah,
1% difference of the, there's a 1% chance that she might just only love you for you. 1% chance. I see all the women in the comments saying money doesn't matter, but it does. Because before we can even walk up and approach you guys, we got to have some together.
Look, the same women who talking about money doesn't matter are in the comment section talking about, are you high value? You broke. Why are you even talking about this? You ain't got no room to talk. Like, these are the same women. So,
oh God,
like, it's so funny that y'all talking about, oh, money don't matter, da 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 da, whatever, and then y'all are over here trying to say that I'm broke.
I was gonna say it might be a little bit difficult for her because she's in a different category. Like she's a rich woman, so most likely she won't have trouble finding men, but the trouble is gonna finding a man who doesn't want her for the money. So she most likely will want somebody who has the certain amount of money as well. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you 3 reasons why it's gonna be hard for Tia Mowry to secure another high value man. For one, the divorce rates increase to 74% after your first marriage. So if you get married, you get divorced, and then you go and try and remarry, the data suggests that the odds of you actually staying married is less than 26%. So that's one reason why she is not going to be able to secure another high value man. The second reason is her age, okay? She's 44 years old. She's pretty much aged out of the dating market, okay? She can't give another man children, all right? And most men are going to get married for children to have a family of their own.
Facts.
So that's another reason why.
What do you mean she's
Like-
too young, too old to have kids?
She's too
How old is she?
She's 44 years old, ma'am.
Oh yeah,
And-
she's
and-
way
and
too old.
No,
That's
she's
killer.
not. No,
Yes,
she's
she
not.
is, ma'am.
By
Yes,
the
she is,
you can
ma'am.
have a child and there be
Do
absolutely
you know your own
nothing wrong
biology,
with it.
ma'am? Do you know when
Ma'am.
you turn 30,
Yes.
80% of your eggs die? Do you
No,
know
90% of
females
your
that
eggs
are
die.
high
That's
pregnancy?
not true. That's
Yes,
not
it
Yes, it
is.
is. We can
I'm
Yes,
Google
it
it.
begging you
is.
to go pick up a biology book. When you are
He can
actually in your
literally
30s, you
Google
are
it.
actually in your prime to have children. When you are
Oh
in your
my
30s.
gosh, you
No,
are so
ma'am.
delusional.
No, you're
Yes.
actually
You are
wrong.
wrong,
I
ma'am.
You're
I
actually
have a
wrong.
Information.
I have a neighborhood. I have a neighborhood right there. She is
What?
66 years old. She had 2 kids
It's a
recently.
man. It's a man. Our sperm can fertilize an egg till the day we die. You
As
lose
long as we make the
eggs.
proper things and
You
take care of
you
ourselves, we can still use our stuff.
Well,
men
Yeah.
men
see,
You
Men
can
regenerate.
age
lose
like
eggs.
Hold
wine.
on,
You
hold
Women
on,
die.
age
hold
like
on,
Like,
milk.
what?
hold
Sorry,
on.
not sorry.
Men regenerate sperm at rates of millions, okay? Women cannot replenish their eggs. You only have a finite amount, and they run out when you get older. So her
When you hit
fertility,
menopause,
no ma'am, her 90% of her eggs are gone by the time she is 32, 35 years old.
and second
every
of all,
month
how do
she's
you know
ovulating
that
an
she's
egg
looking
out of her
to
body.
enter a relationship where kids are a possibility?
If a high value man marries you or wants you, he's gonna want kids if he ain't got them already. I'm sorry that
yeah,
you know
right. And a lot of
we
people
are
in
literally telling
Hollywood
you what men
already
want.
have
You are telling
children.
us that
But
that,
you,
that that's
none
not
of,
true.
no one here is
Listen to how
even
that
near her
sounds.
tax bracket. So how do you know what they want? She's 44. Are you 44? Are you upper tax bracket in your 40s?
That's even worse. This is what you don't
Like
understand.
like
The
you
data
just
shows
proved
that
our
that's even
point.
worse. The more money a woman earns, the harder it is for her to date. That's why
That is a lie. Let me
no,
tell you
It is
something.
not
For
true.
those who
You are
have,
not
you're
gonna date a
wrong.
man who ain't got
You're
no money. When I
wrong.
was homeless,
You're wrong.
when I was
This
broke
is
as
why-
fuck, women did not look my way. When I got my money, then they would look my way. When a
Exactly.
man
This is
marries
why-
a woman, she becomes a queen. When you marry me, that's not gonna happen. It does not
Right.
take place. A rich woman does not want no broke man who brings none to the table, and you cannot tell me that you do.
So
yeah,
you've never
that's
heard
why.
of sugar
Hold
mommy?
on, hold
Fuck
on,
outta
hold on,
here.
hold on. Sugar mamas definitely barely exist. Like that's just
There's a whole
saying.
website.
No, okay. Oh, there's one website
Yeah,
on sugar mama.
okay,
And
so
show
you wanna be a
and
sugar
go
mama?
and there's a whole app dedicated to sugar daddies. There ain't no whole app dedicated to sugar mamas. There's a whole app called Seeking Arrangements that is dedicated to sugar daddies. Why? Because
you right about
women
that.
date up. Men are not like. Men don't go out here and look for opportunities from women to financially support them. Like
Unless they
we
are
don't go
bums.
out here. Yeah, unless they're bums, like unless they're like AE dealing with share, okay? We don't go out here and we're trying to smash our way into some income. Men don't do that. That's what women do. Women have intercourse for money. Men don't do that. We work hard for our money.
There's definitely male prostitutes. So I
Okay.
What about what about
men,
what
male
about those men?
prostitutes, bro?
That's a small number. That's
Wait,
a
what about
small number. Very
what
small
about
and insignificant. I live in Miami. I can walk outside right now on this strip, and there are prostitutes lining up, and they're all women. Maybe one or two gay
right.
guys.
So let me ask you this:
I'm just
why
confused 'cause
a
we're talking
lot
about
of men
Tia.
don't want to marry or date a woman who makes more than them?
No, it's not that. It's not that.
That's
It's
so
not
not
that
true.
men don't want to date them. It's that the women don't want to date those men.
And
Women
I
date
can
up.
attest to that because my mom, not to cut you up, my mom, she was retired Navy. She made a whole boatload of money. I was raised just by her, and all the guys she would date, unless they were military or unless they had the same rank or above, she didn't want nothing to do with them. My mom ran over civilian dudes like they were nothing to her. She didn't want
Yeah,
no broke, whiny man. My mom was
yeah. There.
bringing in 75K a year. My mom said it straight up. If he's
That's
not at
not
least bringing
wealthy.
in 50 and he ain't got a degree in
I'm
Well, I
sorry.
mean,
something,
don't
I don't want nothing to
diminish.
do with him.
Don't.
He's
It's
nothing.
not a diminishment, but we're talking
You're no,
about
no, no,
people
no, no,
in a
no, no, no.
certain
Hold on,
tax
ma'am.
bracket.
No, 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 ma'am. Because you're trying to diminish his mom, and she served this country, and
I
she made
have
75.
family
Excuse
members
me,
in the
ma'am.
She
Hold on.
said
Excuse me,
that
military
ma'am.
she
Welcome
would
on Hot Sauce
that
she
Biscuit.
would
still
date a
Excuse me,
man that
ma'am.
at
Welcome on to
least
Sausage
made
Biscuit.
50K, which is 25K less than
Excuse me, ma'am.
75K.
No, y'all are gonna be
Yep.
quiet now because we already established this woman is making $75,000 a year. His mother served this country, and you're trying to diminish, saying, "Oh, that's not wealthy." Well, actually, the average
Nobody
income
said that.
in the
Makes
But
more
states.
it's
than
Hold
the
on,
average
not.
the
We're
average
talking
American.
about
income.
wealthy women.
No,
That's
it
not
is wealthy.
wealthy.
It is
That
wealthy.
is wealthy. Do you even know how
She's
much
a
the average
top.
Navy pay rate
She
is?
exactly. She's a top
Civilians.
15-20% earner in this country. Point blank.
Okay,
That
but
is
I didn't
wealthy.
say that she wasn't wealthy. He
You
said
didn't say
I'm
that,
being
but
very clear.
Jezebel
That
said
is
that.
not
50K,
considered
right?
wealthy.
Jezebel said it's
50K
not
is the
wealthy.
minimum. That is lower than what she was
50.
making.
What?
That
Yeah,
is
He
because
said
that
that.
is
yeah, because
solidly
If
middle
it was not at
class.
least
That is not
50K,
wealthy.
she would not give him the time of day. 50K is still lower than what she was
75K is
making.
a lot for when
You're
you're in the
still a
military at a high rank. Like I can tell you guys don't know anything. I can just tell
And
y'all don't know
I'm
anything about
telling you, I
military,
live
and it's
in one of
okay.
the wealthiest counties in the
This
entire country. That is nothing. That
where?
is
is
Where
not
you
nothing.
live?
Yeah, you're so
Where?
50,
right.
Well, I
I'm just
mean, it
saying
50K is
that's
really
what
not
does
a
you make a
depend
lot.
on
year.
where
You
you
do
live,
realize
Where?
that your
but
house is based off your credit, right? Your house is not
You.
based
I
off how
live
much you
in
make a year,
PG
right?
County. Shout out
Okay,
to the
so
DMV.
so
We
you
are
so
one of
you
the
Okay.
stay in
wealthiest black
DC.
counties in the country. Get it?
Okay, but
Congratulations.
you
I live in
realize he
Miami.
lives in
Next.
Miami, and you realize I'm in Atlanta. So like, I mean, you saying that
So then you should know that 75K is not considered wealthy if you live in a wealthy
75K,
neighborhood and
and
hang
I'm
out with
telling
other
you,
wealthy black people.
I'm
You should
well,
dead.
know
She
that
just
that's
don't know
not
how money
wealthy.
works. She
no,
just don't
this
know
No,
is
how
no,
this
money
is
it's
what
not.
you
works.
don't
It's not
understand.
wealthy though.
No, it is wealthy,
He's
and
right.
this is why it's
$75,000 for a
wealthy.
single mom in the Navy? Yeah, that's pretty
It's
good.
wealthy. Yeah,
That's a high
this is
ranking official. That's a Navy
this is
officer.
why it's
yeah,
I'm
wealthy.
it's
telling
See,
you.
good,
y'all,
but it's not
hold
like
on.
Dumbest.
the
It's
top
not. It's
Hold on,
Y'all,
but
twenty
hold on,
percent.
but you just said secret. You just said that you're good with your man making 30K for the rest of his life, and now you're talking about his mom wasn't wealthy. This is why it's
That's not what
wealthy
I said.
My
because
mom
hold
That's
got
on,
not
her
what
own
I
house
hold
and
on,
her own car.
because
Because,
she's a
okay,
top
I don't
she's a
fucking
Your mom's a
top
live in
fucking
Miami.
millionaire now.
You are.
Y'all are
ma'am,
dumb.
No, I
ma'am.
live
Y'all
in
have to
buttfuck,
stop
Ohio.
talking. Y'all have to stop talking when I start talking. Okay, the reason why his mother is considered wealthy is because she's a top earner in the United States, especially for a woman. Okay. Especially for a woman. The average woman makes $36,000 a year. His mother makes
Before
double that.
taxes, too. Before taxes, they make 36. After
Exactly.
taxes, you ain't got shit.
Yeah, yes, but like,
Exactly.
okay.
wait, but like
We have,
it
but I
depends
am
on the
telling you, as someone who lives and works with wealthy black people, that is considered middle class.
middle
Yeah, that's
class.
what she
Yeah,
was making in the Navy when she was
Middle
fresh
class.
in
And
the
Hold
I'm
on,
not
but
Navy.
middle
insulting
class
your
Out,
is
she
mother
was a
working in
wealthy.
the
millionaire. So your
Navy. I
point?
have family
So
Middle
your
members who
point?
work in the Air
I
middle
live
Force.
in
class is
Miami. My
wealthy
apartment costs
though.
more than yours. So like, come on, be quiet, please, do. Like, you don't make no sense right now. You
The
don't.
thing is,
And it's okay. You don't know how
middle
taxes
class
work.
is
It's okay.
wealthy, and the middle class is being pushed out. So being middle class or being upper class is wealthy compared to the majority of people, not only in the world but in the United States. So you out earn over 80% of people in this country if you make $75,000 a year.
but it's
I'm
still.
just trying to
I feel
tell
like
you
Hold
that's
on,
that
enough
but
Tim
debate.
Mallory.
I understand that y'all are comparing it to millionaires and six-figure earners, but I'm telling you,
Because they can't compare actual facts. They don't know anything
right,
else.
once you start looking at the data, those six-figure earners, those millionaires are like 1% of the population. So it's a very small percentage of the
She is in
population
the
that's
1%
making
of
that
the
money.
population. Tia is in the 1%. She's not
Bro,
dating.
we talking about his mama, bro. Anyways,
but literally he said about his mom that the minimum was 50K when she was making 75K. That's still
what she
lower
wanted.
than she was
That was the
making.
minimum that she would accept of a man.
Right,
He had to have an
right. There are more
education,
standards
a
onto
degree,
that, of
and
course.
he also had to at least make 50K at least.
Right.
Okay.
But that is still lower than how much she was making. So she
Yeah,
would
and your
still
point?
date someone. That was the whole point. You guys were saying that women won't date people who make less
Most
than them.
women
And
don't.
you
Most
just
women
proved
do
your
not
point
date below
wrong.
them. Most modern day women do not do that. So you
And
can't
Secret,
say that. Oh well, that's the exception. Yeah, that's
right.
one person.
And let me tell you
There's
why
8 billion people on the planet. Next.
Yeah, let me tell you why his mother was willing to compromise, or what I know it's a dirty word, but settle on 50,000. The reason why is because she understood, which an article came out in 2019 that said marriage decline is blamed on the lack of economically attractive men. She realized that, hey, I'm a top earner because most people, let alone men, don't even make as much as me. So maybe I need to readjust my financial standard because, for one, respectfully, his mom had children with another man. So most men are going to be apprehensive to take on that situation. So she had
I
to.
remember them days.
Okay, but
Exactly.
she
She
didn't
had
need a
to
man
deal
to
with.
raise them. She
Nobody
raised them
said
by
that.
herself. Did you not hear what he said? She didn't need a man.
Nobody
at
said that she
point.
needed a man.
He never
Nobody
said. He
she
never
needed a
said
man.
that she
We're
needed a
talking
man.
about.
He never said that.
We're talking about what a woman is willing to date, or who a woman is willing to date. And I'm telling you that the reason why she sacrificed her financial standard is because she had baggage. Which I'm not saying that his mom had what was a bag lady, but what I am saying is that most men consider kids from another man as baggage. So she had to lower her standards in order to deal with, any man that she halfway respected.
Yeah, because my mom did not like the guys. Because most of the guys in the military, I'm not speaking on every man in the military, but most guys in the military during her time, this is Navy, they just want one thing, and that's really it. Because after 6 months of living in one place, you got to go somewhere else. So I mean, a lot of the guys they just want to pop and dump. And
My
so my mom didn't want to deal with that.
my stepdad was in the Marines, and he married my mom, no problem.
Okay, that's a minority though. That's a minority.
Every military man is different. Everyone's experience is different. That's one thing I can say.
You're the exception to the rule. Most men, they want families of their own.
Okay.
What about
you're saying at the same time that most men want to go and sleep around? That's not a family, is it?
Wait, what about marrying?
I said that some men. I never said most men. I just said
you can still
you
have.
Didn't say most men. He did. The host did.
No, I said sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health, and high value men exercise options. That's what I said.
Yeah, which is basically what I said. They go sleep around.
No, I didn't say that they go sleep around. I said sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health. The only men who have the ability. Hold on.
Can y'all let him finish and shut the fuck up?
Welcome on the sausage biscuit. All right. But high value men exercise options because they have the ability to. Regular men do not have the ability to exercise options or expound upon that sexual variety.
Okay, I already said last time they exercise options because you have the money to do so.
Yeah, because the more status and the more money a man makes, the less monogamous he's gonna be, and that's the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never seen money stop a man from cheating, so I don't know what you mean by that.
You're
okay. Let me slow you down real quick. Broke bums will still cheat. Yes, they will. But I'm telling you, if a man makes more money, if a man has more status, like let's take someone famous we all know and some might hate, NBA YoungBoy. If NBA YoungBoy wanted to walk in a club and sleep with multiple women at one time with a blunt in his mouth while giving them back shots, they'd all say yes. He could do it with no problem because he has the status to do it. We could take a ball player and do this. Matter of fact, let's talk about sports. Let's talk about what's his name? He used to play for OKC. Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
He's not even that good of a player, in my opinion. But he could still go in and still sleep with any woman he wants to. Y'all think Kobe was loyal? Y'all think Jordan was loyal? Do y'all think any of these high value men, high value as in someone who makes 6 figures or more, do you really think they're gonna be loyal? A broke man has a higher chance of being loyal to you than a man with status and money. That's just the truth.
Facts. That's
like
true.
I see it every day here in
Who
Miami.
you hang
I
around.
see it every
I don't
day.
know how you operate, but again, the men that I associate with, the men that I am around, and they're in the tax bracket that I dated, do not think
dated
like
but
this.
Didn't get a ring.
Dated but didn't get commitment.
Interesting.
I'm pan. I date everybody.
Oh well,
So
I
okay,
mean,
it
you're
don't
pan.
matter.
So
Who said I
I
want
like
a
how you
I
threw that
commitment?
in there after we said that. That's cute.
I
Who said
mean, but
I mean, it's on my
you.
page. It's not a
Well, I
secret.
mean, a
Yeah.
woman didn't commit to you neither,
I
He's
don't
though.
know.
like, I
My
dated
dad meets
everybody.
Hold
around
up, hold up,
300
hold
K a
on,
year, give
hold
or
on.
take,
So you,
and
so
he's
you mean to
perfectly
tell me?
loyal.
Hold on,
100
hold
K a
on,
year, give or
hold on.
take, and
So
he's
you mean to
perfectly
tell me?
loyal.
Hold on. You mean to tell me that you're pansexual? A man didn't commit to you. A woman didn't commit to you. A transsexual did not commit to you. So
You're talking like I want that is something I am seeking.
okay, so you're
I'm good.
so you're single by choice, is what you're
I
saying.
am single by choice.
How old
That
are
is
you?
what I am.
How old
I
are
am
you?
31.
Okay.
No
That's understandable.
children.
Time's ticking.
It already
For
did. What do you
for
mean
what?
time's
Time ticking
ticking?
for
She
what?
turned 30. 80% of her eggs are
Oh,
dead.
don't
She can
tell
still
her
have kids. It's
that.
just gonna be a little bit
Time's
That's
dangerous.
not
ticking.
even
You
true.
do
What
realize that
about
some
It
men
is
just
true.
want to
If you
try
look
Time's
it
out
up,
and
it
ticking.
is
have
true.
no
80% of
kids.
eggs die when women are 30. Can you still
That's
have
Okay.
not
kids?
how it even
Yes, you
works.
can. But
That's
it is
not.
Clock's
going to
Eggs
be
ticking.
don't
a
just
lot
die
harder for
inside
you
of
to
you.
have
You know that,
kids.
right?
Like, you can
But
look this up.
you're
Your
But
acting
eggs
you
like
don't
know,
I
die
can't afford a
inside of you.
but
surrogate
you
if
know
I really
some women
want
don't
to.
want kids.
Okay, you
Or
can
some
go have a
women don't
surrogate.
want
That's
kids
fine. I'm
in the
not saying
first
what you
place.
can and can't afford, but the average
Not to
woman
mention
is
the
not going to go
millions
get
of
a
kids that are in
surrogate. The
foster care
average woman
systems,
wants
so
to
it's not
carry her
really
kid
relevant.
in
There's
her
other
own
ways to
body.
like have
Next.
a kid.
No, I mean, let's keep it a buck. Ideally, nobody wants to adopt somebody else's kid for their own child. Come on.
Wow. As an adoptee, that was a blow.
I'm sorry that you were
And I'm
so
sure,
offended by
and
me
I'm
Nobody
sure,
saying
wants
hold
that
to
over
on.
your
adopt
feelings.
kids. What are you
And
talking
I'm
about? There are
sure
Most
millions
people
of
do not
people with
adopt. Sorry,
infertility
not
issues.
sorry. There's
people,
500,000 kids in the adoption
Woo!
system. What does that tell you?
right,
Like,
right.
shut the hell up.
People who adopt most likely either can't have kids they're on their own or they're doing charity work.
Yeah, and a lot of these
Wow.
privatized
Oh,
adoption
are you
companies
calling? Wait,
literally
are you
sell
calling
the
other
kids
people
for
charity
thousands
work?
of dollars.
I'm telling you that taking care of another person's child is charity work. It's philanthropy.
Wow.
It is. What's wrong with that?
Because the man has no
Doesn't the
rights.
That
The
state
is
man
send
has
you a
no
that
say
is
check
over
when
not a
you
kids
good
when
in
you
the first
foster
mentality
place.
to
kids?
have.
How is it?
I,
It's not a mentality. It's the reality. If you
Charity
go,
means you're not getting paid to do it. You get paid to foster kids. They send you a check
okay,
Yeah, because that
so
check
you
is going to
are
help you pay for everything.
for the
right.
kids.
I
It's
mean,
supposed to you. It's not meant for everything. It's meant for the fucking child. What are you talking
yeah,
about?
but I mean,
The
I get
child
what you're
has more
saying,
needs
but
that exceed that
let's
little
keep it
check.
a buck.
I'm a
That
father. I
check
can tell you
check
right now that check is
that check
nothing.
ain't doing nothing. The burden of taking care of that kid massively outweighs the little check that the foster care system is sending you.
So kids
Let's
are a
keep it a buck.
burden.
No one ever said that. Why are you putting words in our mouth?
I
Well,
No
never
one
hold
ever
on,
said
said
hold
kids
on.
are a
that was
burden.
a question.
I'll say it. Yes, children are a burden. Yes, they
Damn, bro.
are. They are.
oh,
They are though. Hold on. And it's your burden to bear. Burden has a negative connotation, but that doesn't mean that it's a bad word. It is your burden to bear when you have to take care of your children. Yes, it is a burden, and you should be responsible enough when you have children to take on that burden.
well, there's a lot
I
of
don't think
people who
burden is
don't
the
want
right
kids.
word to
So
say it. I
if
don't think burden is the right word because burden means that you don't want to do something. It's like something that's annoying you. You won't want a kid to hear that.
Yeah, you're
A
right.
burden is a load, typically a heavy one. It's a heavy load taking care of a child.
Say
It
That's what a
is.
burden means.
responsibility.
It
Say
doesn't mean that you don't.
responsibility,
Hold on.
Dad.
It doesn't mean that you don't want to do it. It just means that it is a heavy load. It's
Oh
a huge
God,
That
children are a
responsibility.
heavy
that's
It
not
load.
does.
what burden means though. Like
Yes, it does.
It's,
I have the definition up right here, ma'am.
okay,
Burden.
in the
Hold on. Excuse me. Hold
connotation
on.
of
Let
it.
me read it. Let me read it for you. A burden, a load, typically a heavy one. That's what a burden is. A huge responsibility. Okay? It doesn't mean that you don't want to take it on. It means that it's a huge responsibility. Being a Super Bowl quarterback is a heavy burden to bear. Everybody
Yeah.
who loves football wants to be a Super Bowl quarterback. It doesn't mean that it's a negative thing. It just means that it's a heavy load to carry.
And
so
this
then
woman
that
just
should
said in
mean
the
that
comments
there are
that
a
kids are
group
not
of
for
high
everybody.
value
I
men
agree with
that
that.
don't want kids, and there is also a group of high value women that also
Say
don't
that
want
again.
kids.
Say that
No,
again.
well, I'm saying like there's obviously a group of men and women who you would constitute as high value
I
who
don't
don't
want kids.
want children, so they will find each other. You know what I mean? So if
So
Tia
That is
a
the
now
high
is
value
delusion
a
that
woman
we are
married
talking
is
about.
man,
different. A high value woman's a different. The definition of a high value woman is different from the definition of a high value man.
What's the definition for a high value woman then?
A high value woman is a woman who is with a high value man.
He's right about that.
So all of her value
That's
comes from who
not.
she's with?
That's
No,
not how it is.
no.
That's
Y'all
not what
gotta
it
understand what he's
is.
saying. Y'all gotta understand what he's saying. Y'all gotta
That's why I
understand.
asked a question.
When a
So her value
man,
comes off of who she's with.
when a high value man marries a woman, she becomes high value. The reason why is, we're gonna go back real quick. A rich billionaire woman, a rich multimillionaire man or woman, I mean, is not going to go talk to a man who does not or is not on her same level. If he doesn't make the same amount of money as her or more, she's not gonna look at him. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what we call that, ladies? We call that preference. And a lot of men, we accept your preferences no matter how crazy, delusional, or left or right they might be across the aisle. But we accept them because they're your preferences. And I have no problem with the preferences because I kind of luck out. 6'2", got my stuff together. Ain't got nothing to worry about. Just hate Miami. Might come to ATL to be real.
You guys haven't told us what
Don't come to
constitutes
ATL.
a high
It's
value
trash.
woman. What
I
quality?
don't know, man. Y'all food look better. Y'all food look a lot better than. No, I'm sick of it.
I don't know.
I think there's a disconnect between what women think that is high value woman and what men think that high value woman is.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
I think
right.
there's
You're
a
right.
huge disconnect.
There is a disconnect. There is a disconnect because every woman thinks that every woman is beautiful. So y'all don't have a standard. That's why.
That's not true.
That's cap. That's
There's
cap.
plenty
That's
of ugly
cap. That's
people.
cap. That's
What are you
cap.
talking
That's
about?
cap. Because if I was to call a woman ugly, like if I was to just pick out a random woman, call her ugly, y'all be like, she beautiful. She did that. Why you calling a woman ugly?
But you see,
Dude, y'all full of shit.
But that's the problem because we're not even looking at beauty. We're looking at how much the woman makes.
Modern
That's
day,
what we consider
modern day
high
women,
value.
modern day women, they go off looks first than anything. Like, before I can even walk up to a woman, I have to be attractive. If I'm not attractive, you guys are gonna, not talk to me. So that's how that goes. Because here's the thing: in order for a man to even sleep with a lot of women or become high value, we have to suffer. And we have to plan and work hard to do that. Not saying women don't got to suffer and work hard too, but the thing is for us, if you walk outside and say, hey, I want some D, you can get it. It might not be some good D, but you can still get it. If
You want to
I
know
walk
why that
outside and
is?
say,
It's
hey,
because men view
don't cut me
women
off.
as sex
If I walk
objects.
outside and
That
say,
is
hey,
why.
I want to sleep with you, she's gonna look at me like, what?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
because
So we are
it's
not the same.
disrespectful. If
That's
I
not
go out and
disrespectful.
be like,
We are
hey,
not the
I want to
same.
get fucked, of
We
course
are
there's
not
going
the
to be
same.
somebody willing to do it, but it's not going to be in a respectful. They're not going to respect me for me, and
That's
like
not true.
And I'm glad you know that. I'm glad you know that.
yeah,
That means
and that's
you was
not
raised
women's
right.
fault. Whose fault is it if they're not respected?
You said whose fault is it if women aren't respected? Okay, so whose fault is it if a guy dates a woman and he gets cheated on? We normally bash the men
The
for
cheater.
not saying
It's
that
the
earlier,
cheater's
right?
fault for
So
cheating.
why are we bashing men now? I like that. That's crazy. But
I
we don't
didn't
hold women accountable for their decisions. No.
I just told you the cheater. If she cheated on him, she should be held accountable.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with you 100%
The
on
cheater
that.
should
I
always
agree with
be
you
held accountable.
100%. Cheating is wrong.
I think
It is disgusting.
I think there's two different sides of why high value is because you can think somebody's high value because of their beauty or how they maintain themselves, etc., and they don't necessarily have a lot of money. And then there's people that are high value because of the money. Because look, for example, Drake, for example, I do not find Drake attractive. I know a lot of women who
But he's
don't
still
find
high
Drake
value.
attractive, but he's still high value because of the money. So there gotta be
and
a
the fame. It's not just the money.
If
It's
Drake
the fame.
invited you to a party, you'll be first in line. So the
Absolutely.
reality
No,
is,
I don't listen to rap, so I don't care.
I don't.
No,
I
like
don't
she,
think
no,
it's
like she's not
child's
from the
words, but
U.S.,
all
bro.
right.
Okay,
like
Bad
she's from the
Bunny,
US,
whatever.
So that's why
But the point is that women are not good critics because y'all be softballing when it comes to other women. Y'all aren't willing to tell another woman the truth. So like it's like y'all can't even define what a high value woman is because y'all gonna say every damn woman's a high value woman. Like if I described a woman,
asked you
hold
what you
on.
thought was a high value woman.
I know, no, but we got into it because I told you what a high value woman is, and then you got you got a little butt hurt because I told you that a high value woman is a woman with a high value man.
But like, okay, see, here's my
That's what
issue
I'm.
with it though, is that you
That's
have
the
Yeah.
all of
problem.
these criterion for a high value man, but you have one criterion for a high value woman, and that's she's with a high value man.
No,
No, we
so
don't.
so
No, we
it's
do
How
it's
not.
does
like
no?
like like
Hold on.
okay,
How does this woman get with this high value man if she's not a high value woman?
okay,
That
Thank
is
so
you.
what I'm
and I'm
like.
explaining to you. I'm
Because men
explaining to
date
you.
down, women do not.
Yeah,
A
and I'm
billionaire will
So
go
explaining
why
to
cuff
would
a
a
you.
high
woman at
value man not want a
McDonald's
high
flipping
value female?
burgers for 13
No,
bucks
no,
an
no.
hour.
But
You're not
here's the
gonna look
thing.
at a man who work at Burger King.
Yeah, a high value. So here's the thing: a high value woman is an umbrella term, just like a high value man. Okay, so a high value woman is FBI, feminine, beautiful, and inspirational. Okay, so she is that alone, right? So she has the potential to be high value. She's a valuable woman, but she has the potential to be high value if she mates with a high value guy. Okay, if she has all those characteristics and stays single for the rest of her life, and then gets into her elderly age, she's not high value anymore.
Just to
Okay.
be clear, because I
What
don't
about
want to confuse
Madonna?
your words, you're saying that if she meets the FBI definition of what you just gave, she still isn't technically a high value woman because she is not attracted a committed high value man to marry her.
Yes. She's a valuable woman, but she's not high value.
So
Okay.
Oh,
The question for you is like, if you're a high value man, have you seen yourself attracting a lot of high value women, or have you not? Because the
Well,
things that you're saying,
I'm in a
the things that
relationship
you're
with a high
saying,
value woman.
okay, because the things that we're saying kind of like
So you
moves away the
do you
woman. You know what I
only
mean?
value her if she's feminine, beautiful, and inspirational? Is that the only three things you value about her?
If you're not beautiful, and if I'm not attractive, you're not even gonna look at me. Like, huh?
Okay,
Yeah,
but
the main
I can find
things that
somebody
I'm
beautiful
looking
that
for.
somebody else finds absolutely atrocious.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's how
saying,
that
and
goes.
that's
It's
the
called
point.
preference. Thank you for
Hold
proving my
on, hold
point.
on. No. But there is a beauty standard though, and that's my point. Like you're saying,
Yeah,
oh well,
and I
I could
asked if
find
those
somebody
three things were
beautiful.
the only things you value about your girlfriend or whoever you're with.
Those are the main things that I would like from her. Yes, like I mean, anything else is a plus, is an addition. But if she only brought those three things, then I would be fine with that.
but
Wow.
obviously looks fade over time. So then what are you left with?
Well,
I mean, damn, somebody got that echo. Who the hell was that?
Sorry, that I don't know what happened there, but I don't know why that repeated 3 times.
Okay, yeah. So you said looks fade over time. So what happens after that? So by the high value man committing to her and giving her a family, she's already locked in. So I mean, yes, looks fade over time, but if you're growing old together, then it's fine. The problem is when the woman is growing old by herself and then thinks that she's going to be able to get a high value man when she's 44 years old and left her first husband, like Tia.
But what do you
You're
mean?
literally
She's not
going to
even
end up
old
seeing
yet.
her
She's
3
just
months
middle
from
aged.
now with an equally high value. You are literally going to see her in the next
He's not
year.
going to marry her.
How?
Have you
How
seen
do
J
you
Lo?
know?
J Lo's been married like 4 times.
Okay, and who's
she's
more attractive?
older than Tia.
Who's more attractive, J Lo or Tia?
Y'all really
Yeah.
think a 44-year-old
Oh
woman
my!
can
Are you
compete
really
against a
making that
22-year-old woman?
question?
That's crazy.
Hold on.
That's crazy.
You think
J-Lo is
J-Lo's
like
22?
50.
Excuse
That's
me?
crazy. No, I'm just using an example because it's funny. It's funny.
Yeah,
I'm
and
using an
you know,
example.
it
better?
It's
seems a
funny.
little bit
Hold on.
predatory
Let
to
the
go
women
after
answer
younger
this.
That's
women.
not predatory.
Excuse
Wow,
me,
I'm a
excuse me.
predator? Okay.
Hold
If
on.
you're going
Secret account,
significantly
you
below
goofy
your
as
age
fuck. Call
group,
me a predator
that's
like that.
kind of weird.
Goofy.
What do you
No, it's
even
not.
have in common with
Calling me
somebody
a
If
who's
she's-
fucking predator?
over 15
Okay.
years younger than you?
You are
Bruh,
pathetic.
it does. Okay,
Pathetic.
so one.
When a
Have you
woman
ever
goes
heard?
after an older man, it's okay.
Yeah.
But if
Have you
I
a
ever?
still
guy
think that's
wants to
weird.
date
What?
someone who's 22 or 50 years
If
younger,
you
that's a
date somebody
problem.
that's old enough
Not
to be your
okay at
dad,
all.
that's still weird.
Because you were talking about sugar mamas. You was talking about, oh well, it's sugar mamas out here. She could be a sugar mama, and you attach no shame to that when you use that sugar mama example. So don't be trying to act like, oh, if a man dates a younger woman, if she's legal, it's good. Point blank. You talking about, oh, what are they gonna have in common? Men don't have shit in common with women. What are y'all? What type of existence are y'all living? Like, I don't like makeup. I don't like doing hair.
Not
and
all women
sitting
like
here
fucking makeup. What are you talking about?
Bruh, Okay.
Bruh, you know how
The
many
most
games
attractive
there are that
women
are girls?
wear makeup. Most women are interested in beauty. They interested in their nails done, their hair done. Feminine women.
Men are interested in beauty too. They're interested in going to the gym, taking
There's
talking
a
about their
reason.
own.
There's a
powder,
reason why we
being
like
fit,
that.
being
I'm talking
swole.
about their own.
That's just a
I'm
different
talking
form
about
of beauty.
no, ma'am. No,
Why
ma'am.
don't we
Yes.
talk at one at a time?
No, you can't talk to me. I'm talking about. Women and men do not have shit in common. Okay, that's why the phrase "opposites attract" is a phrase for a reason. They say opposites attract. Why? Because we are literally the opposite of each other. Now, can you have some things that you guys can
magnets? Actually,
that's a really bad mentality to have. A woman is your equal.
Is you.
No, a woman is not my equal. We are not the
Yes,
same.
your woman is your equal. It's your
If I'm
other
walking home from a
side.
club or a bar and a man grabs your butt, you want me to punch him in his shit, right? Right? We are not the same. If someone breaks inside of my house and my wife and my child are sleeping next to me, my wife is gonna look at me like, "Hey, you got that? Hell yeah, I got that."
Hold on, but let's just go back.
Not saying women cannot fight. Y'all can, but physically speaking, biologically speaking, we have nothing in common. A man is supposed to protect his woman. Period.
Yeah, and let's go back to that because
what does have to do with anything?
What does protection have to do with in common with? In common, I'm talking about things y'all like movies, shit like that.
Okay, so now you're explaining yourself better.
I'm telling you right now that the movies that y'all like, The Notebook and all these 50 Shades of Grey, men don't give a damn
50 Shades of Grey is so shitballs. What are you talking about?
Bruh.
No, it's not. A lot of people
it was a number one. It was a number one best-selling movie for a reason. How can you say that?
Man, best-selling book as well.
Ma'am.
Women, I
saw that
women, hold on.
That doesn't mean it wasn't
excuse me.
bad.
Women obviously like 50 Shades of Grey.
They reference
the
it all
numbers
the time.
tell us that. So don't go in here talking about just because you don't like it. Okay, that's fine, ma'am. You're the anomaly to every single woman. All right, but
8 billion people in the world
like 50 Shades of Grey. They like the movie. They like the book. They like romance novels. Men don't like that shit. We don't care. We might even loathe it. But guess what? Men suck it up, and we go to these rom-coms, and we go watch these things. We go watch these shows that we don't give a damn about because the woman likes it, and we do it just to appease her.
Millions of women that
oh God, I went to a movie last week, and I ain't want to go, and she know that shit, but I went because she said she want to go see a movie, so I was like, okay. Even though
I'm just very
I don't want to
confused
go out right now, I'm not
video
feeling
games
good.
with my homies. I'm just very confused by this entire.
Bruh, what games do you play?
You said what?
Well,
video games
right now I'm playing. I have my PS5 special with.
What games do you play?
God of War Ragnarok, God of War Detroit Becomes Human. I also have Cult of the Lamb, Far Cry.
How do you punch on God of War?
Do you have COD?
Skyrim?
Hold on.
Do you got?
Oh God, I hate Skyrim.
Hold on.
Really?
Hold on.
It's so pretty.
Hold on. Excuse me. What button do you press to punch on God of War?
Oh, I changed my buttons around. So I changed the roll button. I can turn my camera on and my PS. You want me to do that? I'll pull it out.
A woman cannot play video games now?
I'm not capping. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up.
Dude, you really think women don't play video games?
He's playing me.
No, they don't. Not in mass, no.
Yes,
like
they do.
in mass, a lot of women do not play video games because I was just in a live a few minutes ago where a bunch of women were saying, is it childish or not for a man to play video games? Some women today actually still do think it's childish for us to play video games. But then they ask, what the loyal man doing? Oh, we go to the gym and then come home and play games.
You know it depends.
Women don't play video games,
I play video games.
I'm already knowing because if you
hour
look
of
at the
the day.
game, if
That's
you look at the
different than
game
if you
sales,
spend maybe
I
an
used to be a
hour or
manager at
two on a
GameStop. You want to know how many women came in there? None.
I was at the midnight opening for God of War, my boy.
Yeah, you were, but
Yeah,
you was with there with some dude. Don't lie.
You see my game?
What? Okay, so what are the original? Show it. Put cam up. Show us. Because I asked you what button you used to press.
Well, I told you I rearranged my buttons for God of War because the roll button.
Okay, so what's the button that you use to press it or to punch?
My punch button is square, and my roll button is the circle button.
Are you left-handed or right-handed?
I am right-handed, but I have.
Okay. That now, I know why. Yeah, I felt that.
All right.
Okay, but none of my stuff the same.
Library. That's not even all my games.
Someone was yelling bloody
Not that
murder.
Spider-Man.
Okay,
No
but
respect.
let's keep it a buck though. Let's
What do
keep
you
it a
mean
buck though.
Spider-Man's a great game? What are you capping for?
Hold
I'm
on,
messing
but
with you.
let's keep it a buck though. Most women don't play video games. Come on.
Yeah, most of y'all don't. That's why guys be talking about, man, I wish I had a girl who liked Dragon Ball or like
Well,
2K or like Call of
it's
Duty.
because we have responsibilities to do. We have to tend the home. We have to cook, and you're not
Bruh,
helping.
men
So how
No,
we
that's
gonna be
wrong.
happy?
Oh, hold
men
up.
have
That is
more
so wrong.
responsibilities than
Oh
women.
my
Come on.
God.
No,
Baby,
but is it true?
baby, you want to
Is
hop on
it
this
true?
shit real quick?
Look.
Right.
If you're in this relationship, right, where there's a
Because I
dude that
cook and
always
clean.
we're always gaming, and the girl's always cleaning and cooking, then how's she gonna play video games with you if you're not helping her? Tell me.
Or if you have a 9 to 5 job, how are you going to be playing video games for 10 hours a day?
No one's saying
Nobody
that you got
said
to
No,
play
10
we
video
hours
don't
a
games a
play.
day.
day.
Like,
Now let me
I,
just
That
I
was
defend
love
the
how
men
you
for a
guys go to the
second.
most extreme scenarios to prove a
Extreme.
point.
right,
That's
but
funny.
you were
If
saying
I
that
may
it's
defend the
childish to
men,
play
we do
video games.
not.
Nobody's saying that it's childish to like spend an hour on a game. Like, it's when you do it in
No.
excess.
Listen, I'm gonna defend the men for a second since I am a video gamer. No.
Interest.
Listen, I'm gonna defend the men. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to echo.
You good.
Listen, most men who play video games are responsible human beings. If there's a game release that they want, they take off the day from work so that they can play the release that day. Nobody out here, unless you are a professional streamer, nobody's out here going 5+ hours a day on the stream. Like,
Exactly.
Say I go like maybe 25, 30 minutes. I get some rounds in after playing online, and that's it. I like a challenge because everything else is kind of bored to me now. So other than that, plus my girl is Navy, so me and her play the game all the time when she get off work. That's just how that goes. Like after
that's why I
after we
say
put the
it's
baby
weird,
down and
because
shit.
if you can find women who are into manga and video games and
Who put you on though? Who put you on?
Right, but
I
it
lived
doesn't matter
in
if you're
Nobody.
Japan, so
introduced
I
to
was
something. You
kind
still
of.
Hold
like
up.
to do it with somebody.
Let her answer. Who put you on video games?
I lived in Japan, so that's how I got put on.
Did a Japanese man put you on video games?
Hell no, we were children. These are children.
I got a
Japan when I was a
Nintendo.
child.
The
Okay, so
game.
did a
I got a
Japanese
Nintendo,
boy
the
put
Game
you on video
Boy.
games? Like who'd you first play video games with?
A Japanese girl, because they're into video. Because there's not this
Bro, I
weird
swear y'all be
stereotype
capping,
in
bro.
Japan about these games. It's not.
There ain't no stereotype about the only weird stereotypes about video games come from women, not men.
Well, you just said that women don't like video
Like,
games. Women and men don't have
they
anything
don't.
in common. But
We really don't have a lot
y'all
of
are
things
literally
in
saying
common.
in the same paragraph, right? That like you're doing shit that you like with your girl, which is something in common with her.
Nobody said.
You are doing
Nobody
something that
said
y'all
that
like
we do.
together.
I don't know who said that shit. Because
You.
I just told you that.
You said
No, I didn't.
He said he plays
No, I
video
didn't.
Yes,
I
he
said that.
did.
You said
Yes,
what?
he
I
did.
said.
You said you play
I
video
said
games
no.
with your girl.
Yeah,
Who,
sometimes
me? No,
like
I
when
didn't
she
say
come
that.
home
I
from
didn't
work,
say
we'll
that.
play the game.
Yeah, so that's something y'all have in common.
Yeah,
But he put her on
Exactly.
though.
So
The
men
reason
and women can have things in common.
I have to
No,
put her
I'm
on to that. Most
no.
women do not like
He
certain
put
things
her
that men
on,
like.
bro.
Sometimes when a woman, and I wish that I could invite one of my friends to this live right now, she could tell you that sometimes a woman will pick up her man's hobby because it is a good way for them to bond. Like
Okay,
for
my
instance, my
boyfriend didn't
homeboy,
like
he
Well,
video
that
likes
games,
is.
and I made
NASCAR.
it for him
His
the way I
wife
Wait,
does
wanted
not
to.
know
pause.
shit
It
about
doesn't
cars,
matter.
but she
Pause.
got in the
Wait,
NASCAR just for
okay.
him.
First of all, I was a
Just like
nerdy
how we
kid.
get into shit just for
I was
y'all.
I was a nerdy ass kid. I was bullied a lot. The only thing that I did is
Really?
watch anime and play video games. So
Hey,
it's
oh
not about
God, oh God.
She
I
about
went
watch
out,
a lot of
men.
anime
It's not
too.
about It's not about y'all. Y'all not that special.
bruh. No,
Also,
no.
just to
She
Men,
give
said we're not
men are
that
the number
special, but
one.
modern day feminists will
Men are
tell
the
you
number
guys
one
are the prize
consumers
when you're
of
not.
video games, though. That's the point. That's the point. Like
I
most
mean,
men.
that's true,
I
and
mean,
I
yes.
feel like it's a socialization thing. Like,
I mean, yes.
No,
Technically
it's not.
speaking,
It's not. It's because,
technically speaking, video games are made for men. They
of
are
course.
targeted to men. You
Just like
can
social
tell.
media and music
You
and
can
media is
tell.
targeted for y'all. Y'all didn't know that, did you? All these social media apps were created just for you guys. They were not made for us. Women have more
Who
followers than
owns
men
the
on every
majority
platform.
of the social media apps?
You said
Who
what?
made them?
A
Men.
group and team of
except
men
for
and
like
women.
the dating apps, it's mostly men.
No,
I
the
mean, the
dating
men
apps
own
are
the
also
dating
made for
apps
women.
too.
They are not made for men. I am an
Well,
IT
yeah,
in school. I
they're
can prove that.
Who
yeah,
made them?
I can
Yeah,
prove that.
by who?
Oh no,
they're made for
there's
women.
definitely academia
They're
to
made
prove
for
that
women, but most dating apps are made by men.
and the
But
dating
they
apps
benefit
definitely I
women.
can agree there
They've
that the
been,
dating
especially
apps
Bumble
are
and Hinge and Tinder. They
discriminatory.
benefit
There's
women
no doubt
100%.
about that.
Tinder is
Oh my
actually
God.
very dangerous too. Like, what is going on?
Okay, so
All
I'm gonna
dating
say
apps,
this real quick, and I just want
all
to put this out
dating
here.
apps are
An app
dangerous.
is not dangerous. The people who take apps that me and my colleagues make in our spare time, you guys make them dangerous. It's not that the apps are
Well,
dangerous.
yeah.
No, that's like
It's
saying
the women
Instagram is
making them
dangerous,
dangerous.
Facebook is dangerous, Snapchat is dangerous. No, if you use it for bad shit, you are dangerous, not the people
Yeah,
who created it. I can't stand that mess.
Yeah, but there are certain safeguards that people who make the app can put in there.
Like
Like
what?
what?
Like what? You know I'm about
Like
to check you. Like what?
verification.
They already have verification.
I mean,
If
for
you
Bumble specifically, they
if
could
you link
actually
up
make
if
it
you
so that
link
they
up
don't
with
allow
somebody,
bots on there.
I
well,
mean,
yeah,
all
but if you
all
link up
apps
with
have
somebody who's
bots.
on
All
verified,
apps
that's
have
on
bots.
you.
That's just how it is.
Yeah,
All
all
apps have
apps have
bots.
bots. There's no way you're gonna get rid of bots.
Like okay, when Elon was trying to buy Twitter, majority of Twitter has bots. When you go on your
Yes.
Instagram and they remove followers, it's because they are bot accounts. When you buy
Yeah.
followers, it's called a plugin. What we do is when you send us the money, we program a bot and a bunch of other bots to follow that account with whatever likes or however many follows you want. Artists do it. Trippie Redd admitted to doing it. Uzi admitted it. Drake admitted it. A bunch of celebrities admitted there are bots. They buy followers. Like, that's how the bot
Yeah,
system
but like
works. There's always
everyday
going to be
people
bots.
aren't really doing that.
You said what?
Like everyday people aren't really like going out of their way to buy followers.
You'd be surprised.
No, you'll be
You need to
surprised. A
travel
lot
to
of
Miami.
people.
You need to
A lot
travel
of
to some
people.
high-risk
Oh,
cities.
well, I didn't think that
Upcoming
was a
rappers
normal
buy
thing. But
bots. I own a
Yeah,
record label.
anybody
We buy
who's trying,
followers.
yeah, anybody who's trying to get into the social media, most people did not build their following organically. That's why when you
it's
go on,
impossible.
that's why when you go on World Star Hip Hop, they got the Sprizzy ad coming up all the damn time. Because the thing is, like the brother said, it is damn near impossible to come up on social media because the algorithm is
It's
only
set for
built.
women.
Yes, it's set for women, and it's only set for people who agree with the executives at these social media companies. So, like for example, when I started my TikTok, I was gaining 1,000 followers like every couple of hours. And like that kept going until I had 160 followers. Then I got banned. And once I came back, all my activity straight died. Like every time I was posting a video, like TikTok already admitted that they have a viral button. So they can press a button and make your shit viral. And they can also press a button to turn your shit the fuck off. So
look at my page and you will see that I got 1,000 views
rigged.
over here. I got 40 views over here. It don't make no sense.
Well, I think we can all agree at least on the fact that I don't think TikTok is very nice to people of color on this app. I think we can.
Well, it's not about people of color.
Okay, so
Nothing's
we're not
nice
gonna
to
say
people of
TikTok
color.
is racist. TikTok was created by
hold
an
on.
Asian. TikTok was created by like someone who's not
The Chinese government.
Yeah,
from
made
over
by the
here.
Chinese.
So I can't say that
it's
app
not about
is racist.
it's not about color. It's about what you believe in. It's about your political beliefs. If you're a black woman and you're, just like you said, pansexual and LGBT and promoting all this trans stuff and all that kind of stuff, then you're going to go up on TikTok if that's what your content, if you have good content, obviously. But the algorithm is going to benefit you more than if I'm a guy talking about how to be manly and how to get your shit together and whatnot. You're not going to grow as a man doing that type of stuff. But if I was over here saying, oh, well, you should let your woman lead the relationship and ain't no 50,
ain't no man gonna tell you what to do.
And get that bag, sis. If I was doing the Derek
divorce
Jackson
that man. If you're not happy, girl, you better leave him. You better leave that whack ass nigga. You better leave that man.
Yeah. If I was doing the Derek Jackson, if I was doing the Pastor Poppy Don, and shout out to Pastor Poppy Don, that's the homie. But if I was doing all that, then my following would increase because I'm basically doing what the social media oligarchs want me to do. But if I'm promoting masculinity and telling guys to get into the gym, get physical and all that kind of stuff, my growth is going to be a lot slower, if not at all, unless I enter the paywall or the burden of entry into a lot of social media for men is a paywall. So once you pay for ads, like say I wanted to promote something on TikTok or promote something on Instagram, once you pay one time, they got you. Now it's going to be even harder to promote content that you did not pay for, and that's how they keep you in the perpetual pay loop. They've already admitted this in Congress. Facebook admitted this, and Facebook owns Instagram.
Yeah, and also I do want to put this out there real quick. The same companies that these big politicians say we need to break up big tech, and I'm on both sides of the aisle. I hate them equally. They invest in these same media companies. Like literally the way the algorithm is set up, because I'm deep into the algorithm world. I like making apps. It's my thing. The algorithm is literally set to show you whatever it is it feels like you are going to like. But also TikTok is a national security risk because they pull content from everything. Your microphone, your camera, a lot of the app permissions that you guys have been agreeing to over the years has led to TikTok being created as what it is. So a lot of times when you look at something that offends you, your phone, your Google habits, your search habits, all that, it knows it. It's called ad targeting, ad trafficking. And they do it with your location because guess what? The federal government said it's completely legal for them to do that. That's why Apple came out and said, hey, we're going to let users choose how they get tracked. But if you go in your settings of your iPhone right now and you see if, your ad location is on, I guarantee you it is on unless you turn it off.
It's all about
real.
It's all about data mining. So these companies want your data. They want to know how to advertise to you. So much to the point that TikTok just admitted 2 days ago, and you can go look this article up right now. TikTok admitted that they even track your keyboard. Every single letter that you type on your keyboard, every little emoji that you put in, everything that you backspace and delete, TikTok tracks it so that they can know how to better market to you. That's why the For You page exists.
My mom told me this in 2014. She said that every keystroke that you make, everything you look up, no matter what you do it on, the wireless provider, I don't know if you guys have seen First 48. This is how they catch these fools. So your wireless provider has no obligation to your privacy. If you would have read your terms of service agreement, it says clearly that if you at any time are in trouble by the law, guess what? They're going to pull a gun. They're going to hand your information right over. Because by law, if they're going to operate in a U.S. territory, they have to, abide by the law and, give it to them. Like, for instance, the phone records between the YSL case, they got all that too. Your phone records are public. The police can get them anytime they want to. It's not hard. They can do what they want to do, sadly.
Yeah, I do want to go back to Derek Jackson, though, because I think we can all say that Derek Jackson bamboozled quite easily bamboozled so many women. But let's be clear, if Derek Jackson didn't look the way he looked, the bamboozlement would not have been as strong. Let me put it softly.
When you say looks, what do you mean looks?
No,
I'm not understanding.
Most women I know who followed him, and I mean like religiously, some of the first comments they'll tell you about, why do you like Derek? They would be like, well, he's so handsome and he takes care of his children.
Oh, that's Jesus, really?
Those are the first 2 comments.
Yeah, that's sad.
And takes care of his 2 kids. Now, me, I'm nosy, so, I looked on his social media before he was really popping, and he has a darker colored daughter and a lighter skinned daughter, and he treats both of them completely differently. So that's why I was off of him before he really popped, because I was like, first of all, you're being really colorist. You're the same shade as your daughter.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that.
Oh no, I'm nosy. I'm real nosy. So
you did the research for us.
Yes.
Yes.
So a lot of black people on the whole are colorists, though. That's keep that 100.
Are we gonna talk about this colorist thing again?
We don't.
No. I don't even want to talk about it. It's a stupid topic. It's a stupid topic because it shouldn't be there at any point.
But let's talk about
because I ain't never heard that term before.
We'll get back to it, but let's talk about Derek Jackson. We had a whole. If you want to have that colorist conversation, we had a whole colorist conversation.
No. That's what I'm saying. I don't.
No. I understand.
It's a stupid combo for me.
Yeah, if you want to go and listen to a colorist conversation, go back to my YouTube channel #ReclaimYourThrone. I posted it on my live. But let's talk about Derek Jackson. Let's talk about how women fell for Derek Jackson and still falling for Derek Jackson's pandering. Why do you?
That's because they don't use wisdom. I'm going to say this. The thing about wisdom is this: is learning from the mistake of others, because our most precious commodity is time, right? We don't want to waste it, and we need to use it. So if you see someone banging their head against the wall, why would you believe the narrative that you should learn from your own mistakes when you know banging your head against the wall is going to knock your ass out onto the floor and you're going to bleed? So you see a million people do it. Okay, I'm not going to waste my time doing that. Let me go somewhere else.
Because
and that's the thing. A lot of women see
people are stupid.
But also, it's the fact that people supported him after all the stuff came out.
Yes.
Too. Multiple times.
It's also the fact that people don't know how to source their sources.
She's right about that, because a lot of people don't. Like, they see 15-second clips of Biden, Trump, and all these internet personalities, and they will run with it. Because you can literally cut a clip down and make it look like someone's saying something offensive when they're not. I've seen it done multiple times. For instance, if y'all go to my profile right now, you're going to call me a misogynist, you're going to call me a bunch of stuff. But in reality, I'm married and got a kid.
Well, yeah. Okay. But like when we look at the Derek Jackson as a case study, you find that, for one, like you guys said, women fell for him because he is attractive. Okay.
No, he's not.
Back in the, okay. To a lot of black women.
No, he's not. Not to me, he's not.
To a lot of black women, I'm telling you right now, they find him attractive. Okay. Now, he wasn't attractive when he went to, I believe he went to Fort Valley State, if I'm not mistaken. He wasn't attractive back then because he was a defensive lineman, so he had a lot more weight on him. But once he graduated college, he got a little slim. He's 6'5", and chiseled jaw, Wizard Kelly archetype, except the swole version. And a lot of women fell for that. And the reason why is because he was telling you guys what you wanted to hear, even though he really thinks like let's keep it a buck.
He thinks like the people he was talking about.
Yes, his mindset
is
a
like narcissistic misogynist.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to call him a misogynist.
Because y'all don't even know what that word means for real.
Behind closed doors, yeah, probably.
No. I mean, I don't think he genuinely hates women. I think he loves women that they were so foolish.
Like, do y'all be saying misogynistic? Y'all don't understand. If somebody hates women, they're not going to be around them.
Women, yeah.
Not necessarily.
Bro, look at Trump, my friend. Look at Trump, my friend. Like, there are a lot of examples of what misogyny is, and I'm going to
say this.
You guys take that word.
No. Here's the thing. Every word, everything.
Okay. Misandry. If I asked all of you right now what misandry was without googling it, you're probably not going to know.
I know. It's a hate on men.
Yeah, pretty much it's the opposite of. It's the same thing. But my point is this. Women, the people read these days, I think. But besides that, what I'm trying to say is that narcissism takes many forms, right? Misogyny takes many forms, and some people like to disguise it because they are worried about their public image. And a lot of things are done behind closed doors. If you just watch a person's behavior, their tone, the verbiage they choose to use, you actually can see where it is hidden. Now, the reason I say that misogyny can be hidden is I've experienced it twice. The first time I experienced it, I was like, nah, I'm imagining this, because I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. So a couple years went by. Then the second time I experienced it, okay, I said, you know what? Fool me once, fool me twice, so on and so forth. So there's a second time where it happens. So it can be hidden in many, many different ways, depending on the person's personality and what they're trying to portray publicly. Yeah. Does that make sense?
I definitely agree with that, but I wouldn't say that Derek Jackson is a misogynist. I would just say
I just don't like the dude, man. There's nothing good I can say about it. I'm sorry.
He's a grifter.
I don't even know.
Hold on.
This is the first time I heard of him.
Hold up, though. He's a grifter. He's an opportunist. He a scam artist, maybe. But I don't think that he's a misogynist. I think that he is a hypocrite, but not a misogynist, because sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health. And he became a high value man, so high value men exercise options. It's
okay.
That
I wanted
simple.
to say that. You said that before. What's the definition of a high value man?
All right, so I
define it. Give me like a bullet point of what these things are.
Young boy, status and money.
Well, I don't consider entertainers and athletes high value men necessarily.
They make more than you.
No, not for sure, but like it's
Take
not
money.
just
Take money
about
out the
money.
equation. No. Take
No, no,
money
no,
out
no.
the equation. Anyone can make
No.
I
money
mean,
with
we
a
can
bit of
take
hard
money
work.
out the
Take that out of the
equation.
equation.
Like that's
No.
facts. Like
No,
for you
anybody
to say, let's
can't
take
make
money out the
money though.
equation when we live in a world where money is
No, what I'm
real.
saying to you that the high
Son,
value, right? Everyone can go out, work hard, study, whatever,
no,
earn a
everyone
paycheck.
cannot do
So
that.
No.
once you
That is
remove the
not true.
money, yes,
That is
all
not
human beings
true.
have the
Do you
ability to.
realize
They
that
just
half
choose
the
not
world is
to.
gonna die broke? Do you realize that half the people you
That's
know
on
in your day in
them.
life will never be
Whoa, I'm
millionaires?
gonna have to
That
disagree
is the
with you there,
truth.
Vivid.
That's
I
Majority of
true
the people
mean,
are
though.
gonna die broke. I'm sorry.
they are
That
correct.
is
In the
not true.
United States, you can go look this up. It's called the social mobility index. The United
Oh,
States, out of all, sorry, I have
it's
a
not
few
that. It's just
degrees.
from my
I
personal
got a few degrees.
experience why I
It
have
does
a
not
different
matter.
mindset towards it. I think that anyone who decides they want to move out of something, it's like saying people in the ghetto, the hoods, could never become something. Yet some of the most talented,
Most of
educated,
them won't.
incredible people come out of there. That's where they're
That's
Most
coming
people
from.
do not. I'm from these
no.
communities. So for you to say that,
Reclaim.
So
you're
you're
not
No.
saying
from
Hold
you're
it,
on.
not?
you goofy.
The
Reclaim if
most.
you want to on your laptop. I don't know if you're using your laptop, but you can pull up the
Yeah.
social mobility index and you
Hmm.
will see that the United States, out of all of the developed countries, has the lowest social mobility index of other developed
Yes.
countries.
Facts
Meaning
as
that, and if
fuck.
you go by
Agreed.
neighborhood and you go by state, it's about between 10 and 20%, meaning that
Mm.
80 to 95% of people in a certain bracket will never get out. Ever.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's just
Yes.
what it is. They are factually correct. Most people, if you're
Yes.
born broke, you stay broke. And that's not
And
because you're
and
not
Jesus.
working hard.
and
It's just how
Robert
the United
Unfortunately.
Kiyosaki
States is
said it even in
structured.
his book that there are things that they do not teach people to keep them poor. I
Of
got friends
course.
who are in their 30s who ask me, bro, how do I invest? I'm sitting here thinking like, you are
Jesus
30 years
Christ.
old. Why are you asking a 20-some years old on how to invest? Like, that's
But
crazy.
here's
Most
the
Yeah.
people do
thing,
not know
that
this
you're
stuff.
correct in saying that. We live in an age of information, right? And
Okay,
one of the
and
things
not
people
everybody
like
has
to
access
do
to
is they'll go
information
on
on
the
a
internet,
phone. You
search
do
up every
realize that, right?
celebrity and a bunch of crap, but never try to look up something that will benefit them. And
Because
that's a
some of them
fact.
do not have access to that information. Everybody doesn't
Yeah.
have a digital
So.
background, so
Yeah.
they
Nah,
So
can't
here's
everybody
God,
the
if they
has
thing,
ain't got a
Vivid.
phone
access.
to be on TikTok, they got a
Yeah.
friggin' internet
Yeah. And
access.
here's the thing, Vivid. I
Yeah,
know
yeah, I can
I
tell
know
she's not
you're
from
speaking
here.
from like an idealistic
Yeah,
point
I'm
of
under
view
the
where
breath
like
talking all the time.
nah,
I
nah,
mean,
hold
you're
on
not
though,
from
Vivid.
here. It's
Hold on,
facts.
hold on. It's just me and you, Vivid, right now. I
Okay, sorry.
understand.
Puta.
I understand that you have an idealistic idea of maybe how the world works and the economy works, but the
It's
reality
not
is most.
idealistic. It's
No, it
not.
is.
I'll tell you what it is.
Hold on.
I
At
Imagine
come
least
if
let me
you're
from
not
finish.
from here and you want to tell us
Please
about
let
our
me finish.
society. That's
Yeah,
funny.
please let me finish. The reason
poverty
why it
doesn't
is.
care about what country you're from.
Hold on, ma'am.
But you're
Hold
not
on,
from
ma'am.
here, so hush.
Well, if you're
No,
not a
you hush.
citizen
Don't
of
be rude. I'm
some.
not being rude to you,
Yeah,
so why are you
yeah,
being rude?
yeah.
You should
Let's
hush
stop
though.
the
You're not from
infighting.
here.
No, I'm
Let's
not
stop the
going to
infighting though.
hush.
Hey, I'm gonna mute him though. I'm
Yeah.
gonna mute him for a second. It's just me and
Thank
you.
you.
The reason why I'm saying that it's idealistic is
Mm-hmm.
because of the fact that most people are not going to like she brought up the social mobility index.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are not going to be able to escape their tax
Mm-hmm.
bracket or their financial class in
Mm-hmm.
this country. It's just the objective reality. Now,
I
does that
know.
mean that?
They use the
Hold on,
education system and
yeah,
lack of
yeah.
resources to do it. I know.
But does that mean that everybody doesn't have the opportunity or ability to do so? No.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It just means that most people, for one, don't have the discipline. They don't
Yes.
have the drive and
Correct.
whatever intangibles, the ambition, whatever intangibles that you
Mm-hmm.
need to be successful. Most people don't
Correct.
have that. Whether they're not born with it, whether they're not taught it doesn't matter.
It's that, and
The
that's what I'm
point
trying to
is,
say. Is everyone has the ability, but will they do it? Do they have the drive? All the things you've just said. I didn't get to finish my point, but you just said what I was going to say, and that's the
mhm.
reality. We're intelligent beings. Unless we're born with a clear disability, we're intelligent beings and we're capable. Now, do we have access to all the resources? Not necessarily. No. Do we all have access to the best education? Not always. No. Are there some people who are just determined to go and they find a way? Yes. Do others see that and take inspiration and follow? Yes, but there are some, you're right, that will never make it to that extent. They may still be happy in life and they're content in life because money doesn't always necessarily bring happiness. People find happiness in many forms. That's just a reality. But
Reality is
there's
poverty brings
money.
nothing. Poverty creates
Money.
nothing. You
Hold
say
on,
money
but
doesn't bring happiness. I've been homeless. I've been broke. I can honestly tell you, money will put food in your stomach.
Yeah,
oh
money
Lord.
brings happiness
That's
to a
not.
certain
You ain't
level.
been
So,
homeless. You
To an
can't say nothing.
extent.
hold on. But what
That's
the
fine.
data shows is that money brings happiness up until about the $75,000 a year, which earlier they were talking about that wasn't wealthy. And I understand, Jezebel, you in the DMV, you in PG County with all the rich black folks, we get it. But $75,000 a year buys that happiness, according to the data. So yes, money isn't everything, but after you make $75,000 a year, your happiness level, I'm not going to say that it plateaus, but it doesn't increase significantly. But your happiness level does decrease under that bracket. So, having financial hardship definitely can determine the level of your happiness. So that's why I don't agree with money.
I'm gonna say, all right. So
that's
I think that point is subjective. I'm gonna speak from my personal experience. So, I make well over 100K, almost 200 per year, right? Now, regardless of the money, when I had less money, when I was a student, when I was broke, when I was homeless and struggling, all the stuff that I went through myself, believe it or not, the more money I got, slowly over time, my standard of living went up and certain things increased. But then I realized I had to work a lot harder to keep that amount of money going, because I did what most people do, unfortunately, which is I made more money, bought better cars, better homes, and so on and so forth. Then my focus became on, okay, you know what? How am I going to get to 300,000 by the end of 2024? So now all my energy is given to making the money. And within that, myself personally, not for everyone, I said, you know what? I actually want to revert back to a simpler form of life where I'm on a farm, self-sustaining, and be content, and leave my business and my investments to do what they're doing, but find happiness within nature. Because when I look back at it, I was actually at my happiest when I could run around bare feet in nature, climb trees, and do all that stuff. I was at my peak of happiness then. So sometimes money can put you in this damn work mode, and it takes away your joy.
No, I definitely understand.
And I'm at that point where it's taking my joy.
Just really quickly. I got you, Beam of Light. I'm gonna just interject just really quickly. I think one of the reasons why you were happier, climbing trees and doing the monkey shit is because you were younger. So if I said, okay, let me compare when I was dead broke, 18, just got kicked out of my dad's house, and I just got my first apartment. I was fucking happy, dude, because I'm like, man, I'm free. I'm on my own. I can do whatever I want. Boom, boom, bap. I got this. I got that. I got my best friends. They're my roommates. I was super happy, and I'm still happy now. But if I compare that level of happiness to when I didn't have shit, but I had my friends and stuff like that, I was happy because I didn't have as many responsibilities. But now that I'm older, I have more and more responsibilities. And although I'm still able to retain my joy, it's still having the financial responsibility to take care of things does put a burden on you. So if I didn't have the means to take care of that, then it would affect my level of happiness. Now, let me go to Beam of Light, and then we'll go back to you, Vivid.
Okay. I was going to say, I took a astrology class 4 years ago. And we had this class about how rich people usually they tend to have more anxiety of losing money, being while the people who are the poorest are not usually they usually stay that way because they don't have the means or resources around them to go up. So I think it depends on the situation. If you're super rich or you build yourself in to be rich, you have a lot more pressure to stay rich, and you're not that content because of that. But in the same time, if you're super poor, you're not happy because you don't have food on the table. So it has to be whenever you're in the middle, I think you're the happiest.
I'd agree with that.
That's what a lot of people say. Yeah,
I would say from what I've seen, the happiest people I have seen are people who sit right in that middle. They're just comfortable in life.
Been around no
below and above is a stress level for sure.
I feel because I just noticed off fact, I've met some very powerful people here in Miami, and I can honestly say that from the only time I could say when I was happy when I didn't have was when I was 17 and I just started my little music journey and I just started working on cars and stuff. When you start a race, it always feels great, but when you get to the end of your race and you start getting money, it feels a lot better because this is me as a man, how I look at it. Money
does not buy happiness, but poverty, like Robert Kiyosaki has says, buys nothing. As a man who knows he has to provide for his kid who was just born, just had a newborn, money means everything. Money determines whether or not I eat. Money determines whether or not my kids got somewhere to sleep. Money determines everything, especially here in Miami. The world runs off of money. Even though a lot of people say they hate capitalism, truth be told, money does bring happiness, because if you can't eat, guess what? You're not going to be too happy when your stomach start to hurt. We've
But
all been
Money's
there.
a tool.
When your stomach
But
It's a
hurts, you
tool.
get
but
hungry.
if money, I think money is a mentality, because
No.
even if you make money, let's say
Depends
even
on where
if you
you
make
from and
money,
what you
right?
been through for real.
No, hold on. Even if you make money, right?
It's
If I'm
very
not
catchy for a
thinking,
man.
oh, I gotta make this, I gotta get that. It's like if I don't think about it as much, I don't have that stress on me. You know what I mean? Like people tend to put their own freaking problems to themselves. Like, for example, why are you worrying? Oh, I need the new Nikes. I need the new Nikes coming out, right? And I'm like, why are you worrying about that? Like, you choose to worry about that. Nobody's telling you to buy it, but you choose to worry about that. So there's certain things I feel like people bring to themselves. It's not money at all.
Okay.
I can
Yeah.
understand that, but
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at a materialistic standpoint. I'm talking about, like, as far as a roof over your head and bills. As somebody who has slept outside when in the winter, when it's 37 degrees in Florida, yes, it gets that cold here in Florida. When it drops
Florida,
to
I was in
37
England when
degrees,
mine happened, bro.
when
That's
it drops to
cold.
37, and you have nothing to eat, it's cold as hell, and you trying to find out what you gonna do for this and that, I promise you're gonna wish you had some money then.
That is
Yeah,
true. I'd agree
that's
with that.
true. That is
Like,
true.
that's just how
I'll
it
agree
is. I'm
with
not
that.
saying it's right. I'm not saying that, we should all get our money from happiness, but this is the reality of the situation. Reality is not pretty. Reality is transphobic. Reality is a whole lot of things we don't like, but it is reality. It's never going to change. The
Yes,
goal of
basically.
Reality is, though,
how I'm living
reality.
is so my children do not have to work. So when I kick the bucket, hopefully soon, I get to go home to my father. Hopefully soon, my kids and my wife do not have to work. That is the whole purpose of me killing myself every day, working 3 jobs, trying to build my company, trying to do what I'm supposed to do. Money, you're right. Money does not bring happiness. It brings stability.
Yeah. It's a
Can I?
tool that you use, and not everyone's wise in using it as a tool. But what I will say is that, referring back to when I said I was happiest, not just because it was in my youth. What it is that I find myself as I'm getting older being drawn more to nature. So I think I'm just making the comparison of I want to just be self-sustaining. I want to be able to just be away from the city. There's so much crap happening right now, and I just feel like, hey, just head back to Mother Nature. Get to a point where you can buy your own island. I know there's islands out there for 30, 40K, which is not a lot of money. I get that, but they're not in the best places, dear God. I've been looking,
Can I
trust me.
say something?
But
Yeah, so I
I
just
need
want to say real
nature,
quick,
man.
I personally don't think that unless you have like a disability that prevents you from doing something, we live in a society, especially in America, where that if you really want to become rich or even financially stable, you can. Even if you're in a
I
poor
agree.
area, even if you come from poverty, you can.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to go to college to do that either.
Most
I
millionaires
know
don't
I
go
know a
college.
girl. Hold up, real quick. I know a girl, right? She grew up in poverty, and she was working at McDonald's, and now she works at McDonald's, but she works at the corporation office, and she makes like 6 figures a year, right? So you can you can grow in anywhere you want to go. It's the mindset that you have. If you have a poor mindset, if you think that you're going to be poor forever, you're going to be poor forever. Simple as that.
Nah, but
But hold on, hold on.
it also
Aren't
depends on the
aren't aren't
situation, though.
yeah, and aren't people just failures though? Aren't there just some people who just can't get right? They're
Failure,
failures.
it's a
They're
choice.
losers.
It is a
It's
choice. They're
Hold on,
choosing to be a
now,
failure.
no, the
I do want to
No, no,
universe
no,
say
has
no,
to
no,
have
no,
something.
no.
Yes,
Hold
it
on,
balance.
is. Tell me,
hold
can
on.
you
It
give me
has
an
to have
example where
balance.
it's
So
not a
somebody's got to
choice
take the L
besides
Okay,
sometimes.
I can give you
besides
an
hold up,
example of
besides the
that.
disability, can you tell me? Can you tell
I can
me?
I'm
give you
gonna
an
tell
example
you
of that.
there's plenty of
Sure, give me an
examples,
example.
but
Okay, so my friend, he's
yeah, go
24
ahead.
years old. He went away when he was 14. He doesn't have a criminal record, never did anything. It's just in Florida, we have very, very strict gun laws. and he got sentenced to 20 years. He got out recently. We are trying to rehabilitate him because you got to think about something. He doesn't know what TikTok is. He's never had a first kiss. He's never driven a car, never had a first job, none of that stuff. So since there are no programs to rehabilitate, we are trying to do this ourselves. We had to let him know you can't catcall girls no more. You can't call women shawties no more. Things have changed. Times are different.
So he made a decision that sent him to go to jail.
No, he did not make a decision to go to jail.
So he didn't commit a crime?
His race played a factor in that.
Wait, so he didn't commit a crime. So he actually didn't do anything wrong is what you're telling me?
He didn't do nothing wrong. But here in Florida, you get locked up just for looking the wrong way. Dead ass.
I'm gonna say I don't really believe that story.
You ain't gotta believe me. It's public information. You can Google his charges. The fuck?
What is it? What in I want to see
Hold up, though.
20 years is wild.
Yeah, I gotta stop you there because Florida does not have strict gun laws. Respectfully, I know you're in Florida and all that good stuff.
Okay.
But
you know it's 10-20 life here, right? If you get caught with an unregistered pistol, whether or not you've never committed a crime, it's 10-20 or life.
But you're not supposed to. Are you? So then get it registered. Don't do stuff that'll get you in a position like that.
It's crazy how y'all say that, but y'all don't understand. Florida is not like it's crazy.
Then
so
move.
So would you rather walk outside your house knowing you might be murdered every day with no gun? Just deal with it. Just.
I'm in Florida right now myself, and it's very dangerous.
Crimes, right?
I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you
but still, even then, you could still work towards moving somewhere else.
He was 14 years old. He was gonna work doing what?
But in the same time, wait.
If
but
that
in the
was
same
your
time,
son, you'd be advocating saying free him. That's not right. But
I wouldn't have my son. I wouldn't have my son living in a dangerous area where he would have those influences.
Wait.
The thing is that not everyone can afford not to be in those areas.
What about that?
Hold on.
Section 8, you can go anywhere with Section 8. What are you talking about?
No, you cannot. You can only go where Section 8 is available.
Section 8 is low income housing.
Florida, look at the house.
You could come to California with Section 8 housing. Did you know that? You can go anywhere
California,
that has Section 8.
It's very expensive, not Florida. Like
Section 8, but with Section 8, no, it's not expensive when you have Section 8 housing.
Yeah, okay.
It's just all I hear is excuses. All I hear is excuses.
I'm not making excuses. You're sitting here trying to bash somebody for the way they grew up.
I'm gonna say this.
And that's pathetic.
Can I interject?
I'm not batting them. I'm just saying that it makes choices.
Everyone makes choices, and no human being on this planet has never not made a mistake or a bad decision, whether it's small or great. So to judge him to that extent is not fair. None of us are God, and if any of you are Christian or godly or whatever, it tells you not to judge. First things first. Now, he's young. He was young, and things do happen when you're young. The thing about youth is that in youth you're very you got your ego, your hype, you're on your high horse in youth. Now, if someone is born into a situation or a place where they don't have access, have resources, have money, all these things, you cannot turn around and tell that person, hey, just get up and go to somewhere better immediately. It may not be that easy for you. Now, when you live the life of privilege, being rich and so on and so forth, it's easy to say that. But you can take the baby steps.
You could take the baby steps that lead you. You could take the baby steps, whatever it is, whatever circumstance it is. You could take the baby steps to get to that big step. Anything else? Either excuses be like, I'm gonna be like this forever. Oh my God, I was arrested for 20 years. I can't get out of this. If you have that mindset, you're not gonna get out of it. It is though.
Okay, so here's the thing. No, but you're not listening to others. You have to understand others' perspective. That's part of just being intelligent. Every one of us here have a different life story. We've seen different things, experienced different things. So to dismiss that person's experience is to devalue it. That's not fair.
I'm telling you that I believe that a lot of people stay in a victim mentality where they always want to be like, oh, my life is like this. My life is like this because of society.
And
I didn't live my life with a silver spoon. So that's kind of assuming. That's hilarious.
What about the people who do
exactly? I did that specifically because I know you would give that response.
Girl,
that
young man
made a mistake within his life in youth.
So one at a time. One at a time. One at a time.
Everyone works hard for what they have.
Yeah, let me
everyone works hard for what they have. Silver spoon is having it handed to you, girl. That's not.
Yes, it is. But what I'm saying is that you're speaking down on a young man. He is 14 years old. He made a mistake within his life.
hold up.
He
Hold
made a
up.
Yeah,
mistake
he
at
made
home.
when
he
you
Bro.
make
made
So he's
choices.
mistakes,
judging
when
All
you
you
have
make
like
made
for
wrong
mistakes
it.
in an
choices. But that's
environment,
not.
Hold on.
unfortunately, you are given the cards that you're dealt, and you can't change that. The only thing that you can do is choose to not be a product of your environment. Everyone has that choice.
How can you
People just
choose?
choose to stay in it.
So
Nah,
he
but
All
chose to
those
stay in
people
it. He was
chose to
born
stay
in
in
it. I
poverty.
don't see. I don't know if you understand this because I
Yes,
know you
yeah, you can
probably
be
don't
born in it and
really
They
still
see
did.
his
come out
other
of it. You see
Right.
video.
people come out of it
But
all the time.
I'm gonna put you
Right.
in a little thing. Let you know. You do
Lord.
realize that he had no criminal record prior to that. There is a
Yeah.
racism in the system. Even if you don't have charges beforehand, here in Florida, they gonna make sure you do. It don't matter if you just get a speeding ticket. It don't matter. This is not woke liberal California, okay? Not to say
No
your
one's
state is
trying to be
perfect.
woke and
Not,
liberal. I'm not
not.
yeah.
talking about
I
that.
I
mean,
I gotta.
If
You're
that's
making
not enough, be
California
excuses. You're
is
making
doing
open-minded
good.
enough to
excuses to stay in
understand
your
the
mentality. You're
All
making
right.
excuses to stay
But
in your.
California has a Democratic
Here,
government.
I gotta mute you guys 1
We
second.
got a
Okay,
Republican
so
governor. It's facts.
here's my take. Here's my take. Okay, I don't agree that Florida has strict gun laws. You have open carry laws, just like Georgia. You also have carry transfer laws. So, like, if I go to Florida with my firearm and it's registered in Georgia, I'm legally within my right to carry in Florida. I don't know what this 14-year-old boy did to get 20 years. I don't know what
He
he
was
was
just
charged
carrying
with.
a gun. He just had a gun in his bag. That was it. Just one
Okay,
gun in his
okay.
bag.
So if he had a gun in his bag, this is what I know about the juvenile system because I do work with juveniles. You're not going to get 20 years just for a strap. I understand what you're saying, but there had to be something else on his charges. Now, if
There
you
was
gave me
nothing
his,
else there, man. There was nothing else there.
if you sent me his name, I could look up his criminal record. But his juvenile record is going to be sealed, though. But the reality is, though, if you get charged as a juvenile and you get juvenile life only goes till you're 21. So, I mean, for him to get 20 years, he had to have gotten out and then reoffended or did
No,
some
man,
other
like
shit
he
because
didn't
there's
do
no
anything
way.
like Florida. Florida really is like that. Like Jacksonville, Florida, Miami, Palm Coast, Polk County. You can look up Polk County. Like down here, it's a lot different from what you guys think y'all see. Like I promise you, it's not the same. It is not. It is not what y'all think it is. Okay, for instance, in one county, 420 is legal. You go in another county here in Florida, you will be locked up for it. It's very, very different here. Very different.
I agree with that, but that's everywhere though. Like in some counties they legalize weed, in some counties they don't. Okay, like in Atlanta, you could be smoking on the street and you be good, but you go down there to fucking Jackson County in Commerce, they
Hell
gonna lock
no.
your black ass up.
All I'm saying
So
is choices has
Jackson racist as
consequences.
hell.
yeah,
Choices have consequences. He shouldn't have had a gun in his bag. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, so he should just
I'm
let
a,
somebody shoot him. Yeah, that makes sense.
I
Oh,
was
so
gonna.
shooting. Okay, and if he would have shot someone else, he would have went to jail anyway. I'm like, what are you talking about?
yeah.
Well, let's see. Would you? Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question real quick. Would you rather let somebody kill you, take you away from your mama, you know what I'm saying, take you out this world, or would you rather carry a gun on you and shoot back in self-defense? That's a yes
Okay,
or no question.
I would rather see how I can get out of
the
that
It's a
question
yes or
is
situation
no
rather than
question.
being
It's
there.
the
a yes or no
question is
question.
I would get out of
It's
that
a
why
either
are you in
or.
this
situation.
No, you
situation?
There's
wouldn't get
not. It's
out of
not a
it. You're
black and
14
white.
years
That's
old and you live in
no,
the
no, no.
hood.
This is the
Where you gonna
problem.
get
This is
out
the
to? Where you
problem.
gonna
You think
go?
it's a black and white
Where are you gonna go?
situation?
No. You say get out of the situation. Where are you gonna go? I'm asking you. You
But
14 years old.
why is he in the
Education.
situation in the
Education?
first
You're
place?
14
So
years
you're
old. How do
telling
you
me. So
escape a
you're
bad
telling me.
neighborhood
So
at
you're telling
14?
me. So you're telling me.
How
You're
do you
telling
escape
me.
a bad neighborhood at
You're
14?
telling me. You're telling me that the mother let her son walk to school and gave him a gun. What type of mother does that? Like, I'm
No,
sorry.
the
Like,
mom. Okay,
that's a
so I'm
pretty
gonna say
horrible
this real
mother.
quick. I'm gonna say this real quick. And Meek Mill said this too. If your mom is working 8 hours a day, who has time to babysit? My point. Fuck out of here.
But why is he in
Still,
this
even if your
situation in the
mom works
first?
8 times a day, she could still have control over her son. Like, what the
No,
hell?
you cannot.
Excuses. These are
You can't control what your
excuses.
children do. Really?
Jesus fucking
Do
Christ.
you
These are
really think you
literally
can
all
control what your
excuses,
children do?
man.
So
I'm
your
not saying
I
that.
agree with
All
that
I'm
though.
saying, is that
the whole
your
chat
story, the
says
way
you're
that
being
it
obtuse.
sounds. No, well, you
I
can go
I
with the
agree with
comments
that
if you
though.
want. I
I
don't
mean,
pay
Mocha, you're
attention to
being
the
obtuse, and
comments.
it's sad that
Single
you sit
mothers
here and say,
can't discipline their
oh, he
children.
made
They can't.
choices like that. That's
You know what?
crazy.
I agree with that,
That's
host. I agree
crazy.
with that.
Yeah,
I will
single
say I
I
agree
moms,
with
they
that.
can't discipline their children, so they don't really have control over their kids. It's
listen.
just like
Exactly.
that, especially in the black
I think it's
community.
hilarious that everyone thinks that I'm privileged. I wish.
Listen. I live in the south. I lived in the South Bronx for 15 years. I never got in trouble with the law. So why was he in a situation in the
You're
first
a
place
woman, first of
where he
all.
needs a gun?
You never got in trouble.
But
You
I'm
never
just
got
saying,
with
but
sex.
I'm just
You never got
saying,
in
but
trouble with
I'm just
sex
saying,
with
I
you.
live in the
Like
hood.
that is
I don't need to
crazy.
do that.
That is crazy.
Excuses. People
I'm
want
I
to
not
be
live
making
in,
any
victims
I
so
excuses.
live,
bad.
I live
I just
in the
think it's
hood.
kind of funny
I live in the
how
hood, and
if a
I never
child
been
makes
in
a
trouble like
mistake,
that.
we shun him like his whole life. But society, when a woman does something, we coddle her. I like that.
That's
I like that
I,
a lot.
no, no, no.
you're not
I
understanding.
say equal
I
either
like
way.
that
I
a
talk
lot.
about human beings. If a woman makes mistakes and a man makes a mistake, consequences to your actions. Oh well.
It's just
Shouldn't have done it.
when you live in the hood, when you're looking for
Yeah. He
trouble,
should
you
have just
will
got shot
find
instead.
trouble. So why are you looking for trouble in the first place when
No
you know
one's
you're
looking for
living in
I
trouble,
this
but
don't cuddle
country?
if you can't
anybody.
live nowhere else, that's what you got to do. Not everybody made it out that situation. Me and my other
Okay,
boys,
It's
but
Joey
a
made it out.
choice.
He
okay, but
didn't.
It's a choice.
I live here then, right? I never been in trouble. Why? Because I don't look for trouble. I don't go to places where I know it's dangerous. I don't do shit
You
that's
do
illegal,
realize if
and
you
I don't
live in
carry
a
guns.
bad neighborhood, trouble is in your neighborhood, right?
Okay, but that's why you
Like y'all
don't
need to educate yourselves about the black
So I have
ignore
a
community
the
because there's a
question.
lot of
Wait,
stuff
I
y'all
have
trouble.
a
don't know. I
question
can
You
then. I
tell.
have a
gotta
question.
ignore
If
the
it's this
trouble.
difficult, if it's that impossible, right? What about all the other people that made it out? And all the other people that made it out, you want to know what they did? They made a choice that they didn't want to be there anymore, and they had
I
goals
just
and worked
like
towards
how
getting out of
you
it.
keep
No
pandering
one
to
else is
women
doing
with
that.
choice. I like that. I like that. I like that. See, it's
Yeah,
funny because
because in
you're
able to
literally
get out of a bad situation, you have to make
you
the
can't
choice
but
to
you
get
can't
out of the
answer my
bad
question though.
situation.
You keep saying get out with education. You live in a bad neighborhood. You're 14. There are
Mm-hmm.
grown men who want to kill you just because. Just because you're from a certain area. Do you know what that is like? Do you know what
No,
that is
I
like?
can't. I can't speak for.
There has to be a
I would say
reason.
I can
There
know
To
what
is
it's
be a
like,
no
sort
reason.
of.
reason.
Not
There
in
is no
Has
Indian
to
reason.
be a
County, but I can say it
reason.
other
People
ways.
kill for no reason here in Florida. It's all about gangs. It's all about where you from. That's why
Also,
they kill
so
people
the
here.
boy was in a gang then. He was in a
No, he
gang.
wasn't. Jit ain't like that. He don't do nothing like that. That boy never
So
even
thank
had a
He
so
got
girlfriend.
thank
arrested
That
for
God
boy,
he
nothing.
a
that boy was
He
born
got
reason.
arrested for
Carlton.
carrying a gun.
That boy was like Carlton on Fresh
Yeah.
Prince. He didn't get no girls.
I just,
His story
it
sounds
has to,
so
yeah, it has to be something
live.
else because you ain't
Like
gonna get no 20 years, for just having a strap, especially as a juvenile. The juvenile laws don't allow for sentences like that unless like he literally killed somebody and was charged as an adult. Now let's move on from this topic though, because we could talk about this all day. Um, let's kind of
Mocha, I wonder what
recycle.
you're gonna say when it's one of your kids.
Yeah, let's
well, I'm not gonna
recycle
live in
this
an area
panel.
like that, so it's
But
not gonna
I
happen.
wonder what you are gonna say if
It's
one of
not
your
gonna.
kids
Hey,
do something to go
it's
to
not
jail.
gonna happen. I'm
I
not gonna
just
live in that
wonder what would
area.
you do if one of your kids went to jail and caught the
I don't
same
know. I
fucking
don't know.
charge.
I would never raise my children in the hood, so
I
I don't know what
live
to
in
tell
it.
you.
Okay, see, here's the thing.
Wait,
Here's
I
the
live
thing.
in an
I
area
would
right now,
never. I
Even
would
if you
Joey.
don't
never
raise
raise
your
my
kid in the
children in the
hood, you do
hood.
realize they can still go to jail,
If
right?
I live in the hood, if
You
I
do
live in the
realize
hood, I
even
wouldn't
if
have
you aren't
kids.
from the hood, you can still go to jail, right? Like you dumb as
Yeah, I'm
fuck.
aware of that, but I'm gonna raise my child in a better society.
Okay,
Exactly. It's about
and
how
your
you raise your
child will
kids.
pick up and do what he
I'm
wants to
not
do
gonna
at
be
the
a
end.
single
So
mother that works 8 hours and where I can't pay attention to my kids. I'm not gonna do that. Sorry.
okay, well that's you. I mean, you're married, right?
No, I'm
Oh,
20.
okay.
I'm not
Hmm.
married. I do not want kids right now. I'm not ready for
Oh, okay.
kids. I'm
Interesting.
not gonna have kids when I know I'm not ready for kids. Like, I'm not gonna make dumb decisions.
Damn, that's interesting. That's interesting. Not the person who don't have kids telling me how to raise them. That's funny.
Mm.
So do I have to have kids to know that you're not supposed to kill your kids?
That
Oh
has nothing to do
God.
with this conversation, and that is
No.
completely
That's
irrelevant.
no. That
That has nothing
I'm
to do with this
testing your
conversation.
logic because
Completely
you said that
irrelevant. The
if I
most
don't have
extreme
kids, then
thing.
I clearly don't know what I'm talking about, right?
That is the most extreme thing. So hush.
No, it's the logic.
It
You're
is
thinking
the
about the
most extreme
situation. I'm
thing. Why
talking
would
about the
anyone want to
logic
just
of
kill their
it.
kids?
Okay, for sure. You
Did
don't
you
want
see
to
the
have a
white guy who
logical. You don't
killed
want to
his
have a
wife
logical debate
and
for
killed
sure.
his son? He just got life in prison. Next. Like,
You
fuck out
didn't.
of
You
here.
didn't even answer my question.
Why would you kill your kid? Why? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
You said that I don't have kids and I'm trying to tell you how to raise your kids. And I was like, okay, do I have to have kids to know that it's not okay to unalive your kids?
That's a small thing that has nothing to do with this. Like, it
It
has
does,
nothing to
because
do
you're
with this.
saying that I don't have kids, so I don't know what I'm
have
talking
kids,
about.
but you still don't have kids. You don't. So you can't
Okay.
tell someone how to raise their kids with certain topics because you don't have any. You have no
So
clue.
I shouldn't tell mothers to not raise their kids in the hood. I shouldn't say that.
You can tell them all day long, but if you are not voting in local elections that are going to help housing, shut the fuck up. No disrespect,
You
but
don't
if
know
you
what
are
I'd
not,
vote
if
for.
you're not actively helping a problem, because you can tell people, oh, you should do this and you should do that, it's going to fall on deaf
How am
ears.
I going to actively help somebody how to force to raise their kid besides giving them advice? I can't forcefully raise their kids.
I just
I can
think it's
only
kind
give
of
them
funny
advice.
how you don't understand a lot of things that happen in this country. And like for you to sit
I
here and
do
say that
understand,
people
but I also
choose to live in
understand
the
that there's
hood,
choices
no
that
one
people
chooses.
make.
People don't choose to live in the hood. You know the
Yes, they
waiting
do.
list for Section 8 is long as
Yes,
fuck.
they do. Yes, they do.
No,
choose
people
to live
don't
in the
choose
hood.
that. People do not choose that.
Besides
And
the kids that are
that is
born in the hood,
completely
besides the
bullshit.
kids that are born in the hood, but the adults choose to live in the hood. Let me specify. The adults choose to
We're
live
not
in the
talking
hood.
about
Trust
the
me.
adults. We're talking about the kids who live out there. He ain't asked to be out there. I ain't asked to be from no projects. Lord knows I ain't asked that shit.
All right, and then once you're 18 and you're able to get a job, you can start working towards saving up and moving out. Like it's
Yeah, because it's so easy to do everything you just said.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
saying
mean,
it's easy, but it's
hold
doable.
on, but I will give Fields some credit here. Like, if you are in the hood, if you are from the hood, I know a lot of people in the chat are saying you must not be from the hood, Mocha. But if you are in the
She
hood,
not.
especially as a man,
It's
it
just that
is
they have
kind of
victim mentality.
no, hold on. No,
I don't have one either.
I
Make more than
100%
you.
get what you're saying with the victim mentality. I don't agree with the victim mentality 100%. But at the same time, as a man, if you come from a certain neighborhood, sometimes they automatically classify you as part of whatever gang runs that neighborhood. So you're going to get pressed on. You're going to get, you're going to get harassed. And even if you go to
Felix,
work,
I'm not a liberal.
well,
I
hold on,
wasn't
but
talking to you, but okay.
yeah, even
You
if you
just
go to
you're talking about me.
I
I'm just
wasn't
saying I'm not a
talking to you
liberal.
or about you, Mocha. Get out your
hold on.
feelings. I
Slow
wasn't
down,
talking
yeah,
Jesus.
to you or about
slow
you.
down, Mocha, slow down,
So
Mocha.
who did
Listen,
you
Shut
just
the
listen.
fuck
respond
up.
to?
Lord have
So I
mercy.
was talking to somebody.
Yeah, he's in the chat. But even if like you're from the hood and whatnot, as a man, you can literally have ops with people you don't know. So I do agree with Phil's on that. And if you do try and get a job and your quote unquote ops know where you work, they can harass you at your place of employment and
Facts, I dealt with that.
potentially what they call in the hood catch you lacking. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so these things can happen. These are real possibilities. I know you're saying, oh, well, just do the right thing, refrain from that. Yes, it sounds good, but in some scenarios, not all, but in some scenarios, it's almost avoidable. People get hit with strays every day in the black community. It's a real thing. The murder game is strong in the black community, and you do have to protect yourself. So although I'm not big on excuses and whatnot, there is an element of danger living in certain neighborhoods, living in certain communities. And I think that's what Fields is speaking to. Now, you're speaking from the mentality of not making excuses, making it out because other people did, using those people as an example to make it out. Yes, 100%. But it goes back to, we're bringing it back full circle to what we said in the beginning. Some people don't make it out. Some people are just failures. Some people have things that happen to them that inhibit them from being able to be upwardly mobile and moving from that specific area. It's not just as easy as just picking up and going. So I did want to
I don't think
make
I
It's
never
not
said it
easy.
was easy. I never said it was easy. I said that
You
it's
made it
doable.
seem like that.
I said doable. Nothing in life is easy.
You
Nothing
said
that you
turn
want is
18, get a
easy.
job, and move. Do you realize you have to have a credit score to move? Do you realize you have to have 3 months rent to move? Do you realize that there are a lot of
So
things
when
you
you're
have to have
18,
to move?
So when you're 18, you don't
And
have a
you
credit
do realize,
score, and you can build your credit.
hold on,
So
real
when you're
quick. You do
18, you can
realize when
build your
you're
credit.
18, you cannot get an
You can build
apartment.
your
Someone has
credit.
to co-sign you.
You can build your credit.
No
No, you
adults are
don't.
gonna
You actually
co-sign
you
you.
don't have to have a cosign. That's not true. You don't have to have a cosign.
If you have no credit, here in Florida, you do. I don't know how it works in the magical dreamland of
You can build
California,
your credit.
but
You
here
can
in
build your
Florida,
credit.
we have rules.
You can build your credit.
It's not as
Yeah, and how
easy.
long does that take? You're 18. How long is it going to take to move out?
It doesn't
And then you try
actually
to build
doesn't
your
take
credit.
that long to build a decent credit or for some places to accept you.
If you have no credit, oh my gosh, I can tell you ain't never been to a red state. Lord have mercy.
I mean, hey, if y'all really want to stay there, go ahead. I can't help y'all
I
if y'all
didn't
want to
say
stay
there.
there.
I'm in Miami. I mean, like what? I swear.
tomorrow. I'll tell you that.
I think it depends on how you raise your kids. That's pretty much it. Just make sure that they're out of trouble.
Yeah.
Everybody is
Oh
so upset
God.
in the comments because they want to stay in the hood. That's kind of crazy.
No, that's not that we want to stay in the hood, but we all understand that some people will never make it out. Like what we were originally saying, there are some people who never ever make it out, and that's just
Because they
fact.
didn't want to.
And it's not
No,
just that.
there is
It's
not
not
just
this
that. There's
just that. It's not just because they don't want to. That's not the case. Some
Yeah,
opportunities
I
were
mean,
not available.
there's
Do you know the minimum wage used to be
yeah.
$6 an hour? Did you know that?
No.
My point exactly. You should probably look into the economics of history and see why
Yeah,
there is a giant
That's
yeah,
what I'm
wage
that
saying. I
gap.
goes.
don't need. Here's the thing. I still have known several situations to where you could literally have nothing and still make something out of nothing and start there.
And I'm one of those.
Everything that you say, there's a solution to it. You just don't want to look for it. You want
It's
victim
not that
mentality
people
and you
don't
want to
want to
say,
look
wham,
for it.
wham, wham, I'm gonna be in the hood forever, wham, wham, wham.
Okay,
Like,
that's not the
Lord.
case at all.
that's
But it's
not how
easy to
it
say in
works. See, that's
California.
not
Yeah.
how it works.
Hold on.
As fuck.
So here we go. So I gotta wrap it up because my girl just pulled up. I'm gonna give everybody 30 seconds to give their last thoughts. We'll start with Vivid. So Vivid, last thoughts. Okay. Vivid is not present, so we're gonna go ahead and drop her. So we got Fields. Last thoughts.
Love you live. Honestly, I don't believe in the victim mentality. I watch Fresh and Fit. I believe what Myron Gaines says. You make your own choices. This is the greatest country in the world. I do believe that. I will die for my country. I love it here. But I am also going to say that I have understood this and I realize it. It hurt me to my core, but it's the truth. There are some people who will never, ever make it out and become self-sufficient. They will never, ever be millionaires. They will never have good credit. There are some people who will never go places that we vacation. And I've realized that. My wife has helped me understand that. And that's that. But I love you live and I can't wait to tune in again, bro.
Yes, sir. Hey, appreciate your contribution to the live, brother.
No problem. Gang.
Gang.
yeah,
All
I
right.
just want to say that. I just want to say that if you have the mentality that you're never gonna make it out, you're never gonna make it out. And I just want to say to all of like the haters in the comments, I'm so glad that you think I come from a silver spoon mindset or whatever that even means. Anything that I have, I've worked hard for. Nothing was handed to me. I came from a childhood that was actually very hard. And if I would have been like, oh my God, because of the statistics, because everybody's telling me that I'm not going to make it out, I would have been still in the hood like you people. But, bye.
Ooh, you people. All right.
You
All right,
people.
Mocha, thanks for your contribution. All right, Being of Life from the South Bronx, okay?
Okay, so I think they both have equal amount of right. Because in a way, yes, it's about how you raise your kids. It's about you not staying in trouble. Like if you're looking for trouble, you will find it. It's about you knowing your lane. It's about knowing the people that you're with. But also in the same time, if you are in a difficulty situation, right? Like for example, I had a friend who wanted to be a doctor, but she could never go to college. She could never study because all she had to do is provide for her family all the fucking time, right? So how is she gonna go to college if she doesn't even have time to study and to do homework and to do shit like that? So like I think there's situations in between. It depends on how life.
Yeah. Nah, you're right. You're right. And I
yeah.
appreciate you, Beam of Light. This is the second time coming up on the live. Definitely gave a beautiful perspective, and we appreciate you.
Bye. Bye. Have a great night.
Bye-bye. Have a great evening. All right, so guys, that was the end of the live. We definitely got off topic, heavily off topic, but it was a good discussion overall. I am going to be reposting this live on my YouTube channel, so make sure you check me out at #ReclaimYourThrone. Also, you can check me out on Instagram at ReclaimYourThrone. Don't forget, I have the #ReclaimYourThrone Elite D1 training course if you're trying to get in the best shape of your life and get some guns, baby. So we are working on male fitness, male improvement. So make sure you go check out that course. You already know what it is. Hit me up for the discount code in my Instagram DMs, and I will get you right and popping. Great conversation. Appreciate all the chats, even though y'all was hating on your boy.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.